What is going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a fantastic day today. Obviously, the matchup, Eagles-Patriots tomorrow night. We'll be live streaming that to let everybody know on that. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Wanted to put in a stream. Usually we do the streams before the night before the preseason games, and obviously we will stream the preseason game as well. So appreciate everybody coming in. Some news today, obviously. Tyree Jackson, 8 to 10 weeks out with a fractured back. I'm like shocked. I mean, we should have heard something yesterday. Maybe, he was in a lot of pain and didn't know why, and, got an MRI and I guess seen what was going on. And then looks like Kerryon Johnson went through waivers and has come back to the Philadelphia Eagles as of right now. So that's a good thing. So obviously a lot to see for this preseason game. We're looking forward to a lot of different things in this preseason game coming up. So what do we want to see? Hopefully we see, obviously, these guys, I don't know if they're going to be in for a half, a quarter. I think it went around the NFL and kind of seen that some teams are playing for a half. Some teams aren't starting starters at all. Some guys are starting for one quarter, and that's pretty much it. So we'll see, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but should be exciting. I'm excited about it, and hope we see some Devonta Smith. Would be great. I have a feeling we're not going to see him tomorrow. I just have that feeling that we're not going to see him, but I think it's just something we just have to monitor and just see what happens. Hold on, I'm just connecting my phone to my charger real quick. You're going to hear a noise. Okay, we're good. Okay. No, I do not want to import photos or videos. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Now, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a good day today. Rishi Liar, what's going on? Jesse Davis, what's up, Joey? Hope you're doing good. Doing good. Good day today. Excited for tomorrow. I think that's what's really important here. Guys says, let's go. I'm so excited. Can't wait to see Devonta Smith be a stud out there as long as with the wide receiver core. Definitely. Want to see Quez Watkins, Devonta Smith, Jalen Reagor on the field at the same time would be fantastic. Nasty Left Hook, what's going on, man? Matt Weeks, what's going on, man? After this, actually, tonight, I do have a gaming channel. If you guys... I do play games as well on another channel, so I'm going to be playing some new Wakanda DLC tonight if you guys, are interested. I do some other things off the channel as well. Ohana Feud channel is Smith playing tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't heard any news. We're probably not going to hear anything until, obviously middle of the day tomorrow, most likely. Reba Town 92, so what's up, Joey? What's going on, bro? Love the profile picture, man. B-Dog is still he's not giving up. Hey, you know what? He's on the channel. He's giving his take as a Giants fan. I have to give respect. Snapback Jug, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day. Nady Banks, what's going on? I'm the man. No, you guys are great. You guys are fantastic. Shane Ross says, what's up? Jay Young says, what's up? Ohana means families. I was disappointed hearing the Tyree Jackson news. Do you think it is still 50-50 for us to keep Ertz? At this point, maybe we're going to keep him. I don't know. I mean, we're building that value for Zach Ertz right now, but I honestly don't know if they're actually keeping him. I don't know. If not, then they're going to have to try to produce another receiver. Hakeem Butler, Jason Kroom, Caleb Wilson, somebody at this point. At least Jack Stahl. I thought they would have seen some favorite. They definitely seen something in him before they brought him here. So hopefully they get something out of him if that's even possible at this point. So we'll see. We'll find out what happens. But it looks like Ertz is staying, but still a lot of time left right now. So bang boom, what's going on? Go Birds, fly. Let's fly. What's going on, man? Turntable Teddy, what's going on? The best part of waking up, Joey shakes in your cup, 9:30 a.m. here. That's crazy, man. It's early. It is early for you. Appreciate coming in, though. Who would be on your Eagle Mount Rushmore? Eagle Mount Rushmore? Oh, man. It would be Brian Dawkins. It would be Reggie White. Obviously, Nick Foles. And, oh, man. I don't know who else, really. But there we go. Randall Cunningham probably definitely as well. So Eagles Clips, what's going on, bro? Troy Siddleton, what's going on, man? I hope everybody's having a good day. James Odell, what's going on? Nate Banks says, don't want to have too high of hopes this game, but I definitely think our first team offense should come out swinging. I expect big things from the D as well. I think this first team offense should come out swinging just because honestly, at this point, they have been producing very well against this Patriots defense at these joint practices, and we should be seeing a lot of big plays tomorrow. I'm about to say multiple touchdowns, but we should be seeing a lot more than we did see against the obviously the first game against the Steelers. We definitely should be seeing a lot more. Turntable Ted with the Super Chat. Appreciate it, man. Says, as long as the Umbrella Man doesn't make the squad, I'm good with the roster. J-Jaw is a symbol of what was wrong with the old squad. You know what's really interesting about this, though? What's really interesting about it is that now with John Hightower has a groin injury. Travis Fulgham, I don't know. He's had a couple good days of training camp. I haven't seen too much from Fulgham unless they just haven't been saying much about him. I haven't heard or seen much from Travis Fulgham at all. Maybe for 2 days of training camp, I heard some good things, but really he's been off the grid from Eagles news during training camp. So I'm hoping, there's got to be something in Travis Fulgham. Something's up, something's wrong. I don't know what's going on unless they're just not caring about giving news about him. I don't know. J-Jaw cannot make the roster. He makes the roster over Travis Fulgham or John Hightower. What are they doing with John Hightower? You know what I mean? I think John Hightower could play. I think John Hightower is better than J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, obviously. J.J. has been playing the slot and the outside. He only had 1 rep against the Steelers. 1 pass from the Steelers he didn't catch. Obviously, he was covered. But with these other guys, Travis Fulgham didn't have no snaps whatsoever. Should be interesting, though. But it's going to be tough. In my mind, it's not tough. In their minds, it is tough. I don't know why. Ohami Stanley says, I hope Ertz really wants to be here. Don't need more Carson Wentz. No, I don't think so. I think he's really happy. He seems really happy to be here. Look, whatever, it doesn't, he shouldn't be mad at the players. The players are playing with him, and he's good friends with a lot of these guys. So if he's going to be mad at anybody, it's Howie Roseman, or that's pretty much it, or Jeffrey Lurie. I don't think it goes any further than that. Sonic 2.25, what's going on, man? Jay Davis says, screw Dallas for taking Lamb last year right before us. Could you imagine Smith and Lamb route running unstoppable? Yeah, it would have been, if they ended up getting Smith and Lamb, that would have been pretty crazy. I wonder if they would have took him, but probably not. I don't think they would have took him. Obviously, they weren't. That wasn't their target this year. They were aiming for a linebacker this year. So, Jay Davis said, I'd be happy with Dallas and Rodgers, though, even if we trade Ertz. No, I'd be fine with Richard Rodgers and Dallas Goedert. No problem. I wouldn't mind that whatsoever. Ryan Rowe, what's going on, bro? Ohana says, Giants fans be buying into that preseason hype. They'd be getting that big head. Yeah, a little bit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't expect to win preseason games. All I really want is to see players specifically and what they could do. I don't really care. Look, if we lose, we lose. Even if we lost, like I said, the Steelers, we lost the game, but we won in the end because we saw a lot of production from a lot of players. So, Tyler Daughtry, what's going on? This is a preseason game I feel will show us the most. Can't wait to hopefully see the wide receiver trio. I hope we see Devonta Smith, Jalen Reagor, and Quez Watkins on the field at the same time just to see what we got. And it's going to be exciting, man. It's going to be real exciting. Cannot wait. Can't wait to see that lineup right in the beginning. Should be a lot of fun. Benny Boom said, I'm excited for these young receivers, especially Quez and Reagor stepping up. Yeah, definitely. Ever since the day when Reagor got chewed out by Nick Sirianni on the field, seems like since that day he's been really turning. Look, the coaching is a huge aspect. You could be a first-round pick, a high talent in the country, and if you don't have the right coach, you don't have the right scheme, you don't have the coach putting you in the right position to win football games, you're not going to do anything. I think Nick has been so close to these players. Nick had even discussed yesterday that when these players get cut off the team, he has meetings with them specifically to talk to them and to, tell them what they need to do to get better in their careers. That's a coach. That's my coach. That's our coach. That's someone that really cares about his players, and I really love that about Nick Sirianni. I really do. Ohani's fiance, Ertz has a good training camp. To be honest, I would not mind keeping him if he takes a pay cut, which I don't think that's going to happen. If him taking a pay cut, he's taking a very good. He's a very good tight end and looking really sharp. Other than that drop he had during the Steelers game, I thought he looked pretty good. I think it's a wait and see approach with it. $12 million against the cap, guys, and if you trade him or release him, it's $8.5 million. Back in the cap, you're going to have over $20 million in cap space if you trade or release Zach Ertz. So, that's when's the last time we had $20 million over the cap? Not in a while, guys. It's a hot one today, guys. It's a humid day today. I do not like summer days when it's humid. Nate Banks says, I don't think it's worth playing Devonta tomorrow, although it would be very fun to watch. That's perfectly said right there. I want him in there, but I don't want anything crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know if these guys are going to be in here a whole half, just one half or at least one game. It's one series at least. You know what I mean? I don't know what it's going to be, a quarter or a half. You guys let me know. Jay Young said, just say Just say it already. JJ is cut and don't bring him back. I don't want him here. I don't want him here at all. I hope he's not. Like, I hope they don't cut like Hightower or get rid of Travis Fulgham. That's where I'm going to get really upset about. Philly 215 says our receivers are going to be Smith, Rader, Quez, Fulgham, Ward. And if they keep 6 and add Hightower, yeah, I could see that. If they use that extra, I think they should use an extra roster spot at receiver this year. 100%, they have to. I think they really have to. I think they should use 1 at running back, and I think they should use 1 at receiver. If they have 2 extra spots this year, I think that would make more sense. Charlotte Craig, go Birds. What's going on, Charles? What's going on, Charlie? BLSU, what's going on? So what's good, Joey? We bet the smoke Patriots tomorrow. I'm not worried about beating the Patriots tomorrow. I'm worried about production with the offense and the defense tomorrow. The defense has been, the Patriots, Cam Newton is a check down master. So I'm looking to see this defense really come up with some pressure tomorrow and do some good things. So this game is really exciting. Nate Banks says, really, do you think these coaches like Hightower a lot? Hope he produces at some point. He's going to get his shot. Like, Hightower, I don't know when he's coming back. I haven't heard anything on when he's coming back and his return table, his return time. I don't know, but, I think they do like Hightower a lot. There's no way they're going to pick JJ over him. I'll be surprised. I don't care if Hightower just has a groin injury. It's not like it's an ACL. It's not like it's something that's going to keep him out for a long time. But, Hightower playing injured is probably better than JJ actually playing. That's sad to say. You know what I mean? Jock says, what's up, man? What's going on, bro? Philly B-Max says, what's up, my guy? I hope you had a great day, brother. Much love. You too, Philly B-Mac. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everybody's having a good day as well. I'll make sure I'm not missing anything here. Turntable Teddy with the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Said if Mullins plays like Booty Juice again, does that mean we keep only 2 quarterbacks, or do we bring in someone else other than the undrafted free agent we cut? No, I think the Eagles will have 3 on the roster. I think they'll have 3 on the roster, or at least 2 on the roster, and then have 1. But most likely Mullins will. I don't think Mullins is going to get cut. I think Mullins will be practice squad. Unless they're like, you know what, there's another quarterback that'll probably be a little bit better for a practice squad arm. They'll bring someone else in if they have to. But we'll see, though. We'll see. Matt says, the man of interceptions. Eric Powell says, Danny Dimes, fear the blue. We got more Giants fans in here. Or it's the same guy with 2 accounts. I have no idea. Jay Dave's the only thing I care about tomorrow is injury-free reps. Yeah, that's what we need to get healthy. I think having the 3 preseason games makes a huge difference because now without 4 preseason games, you have an extra couple weeks to get prepared for the opener, obviously for the first game of the season. So we'll definitely be a lot better health-wise by that time. We get a little bit of a break as well. And that's left. So I want to see Alex Singleton. We're going to see Alex Singleton tomorrow. We're going to see Alex Singleton. TJ Edwards and Alex Singleton had multiple picks in the red zone against that Patriots offense with Cam Newton. So they did a really good job. I want to see more of Sean Bradley. I want to see more of Eric Wilson. I think those are your 4 really top linebackers right now. Eric Powell says Jalen Hurts is horrible. Matt says, nope, there's no fearing of the blue here. Benny says, Jackson, injury really stinks. I wanted to see him on the field tomorrow. I know. It's unfortunate, but hopefully they just put him on IR. I don't know if they have to waive him. I don't think so, but they got to put him on IR. They have to put him on the shelf for now. That's somebody that you're losing Zach Ertz after this year. You got to keep him on the roster. I'm sorry, but he has shown so much promise, and he looks like he's learning. But at the same time, they're teaching him how to use his body and how to use certain things of his skill set to become a better tight end. It's amazing from quarterback to wide receiver now tight end. It's kind of crazy. Ohami's family says, I'm not worried about wins or losses in the preseason as long as I see improvement. Now winning would be nice. Definitely winning would be nice, but I don't think it really matters in preseason. Like you said, specifically, we have to watch specific players in this game and just see what happens. Jay Chung said it would be on right now if it was today. Eagles versus Patriots, definitely. Philly 215 says Ertz should stay 1 more year. Let's not forget what he did for this organization. Even if Dallas is younger, that means he could learn from Ertz. I see Dallas being our future. Yeah, but you know what? Then you have to give him a new contract. Ertz needs a new contract after this year, so there's no keeping him next year. He's going to get a big contract with another team next year. So at this point, You got to do something else. We can't. Dallas Goedert doesn't have to learn anything more. Okay, Dallas Goedert, I think, is an elite tight end. I think he just hasn't given the chance because he's been the backup and he hasn't been the guy in an offense. Nick Sirianni is going to exploit that. Whether Zach Ertz is here or not, I don't know what's going to happen. Is Ertz not going to start, or is Dallas Goedert going to take the reins and be the guy in front? I don't know. I mean, they're working on an extension for Dallas Goedert right now, so I don't know how far this is really going to go, but we'll see. Now he says, "How?" Ami Family says, "I only want to see him play a drive." If Smitty plays, I only want to see him play a drive or two. Hurts, I want to see play a quarter. Didn't see much of him the other day. I didn't see much of him the other day. There were some fans that thought like he didn't have much. He had enough reps. So there's some fans that say he didn't. I didn't think he had enough at all. He should have played another series or two. I mean, that's just me. That's what I thought should have happened, but it didn't happen at all. Ohan says, do the Giants not see the state that they are in? Eagles coach says Rager has the talent to be really good, but just the old coaching staff could develop young players. That's correct. I was like Philly 500. I didn't want Jefferson. I think Jefferson would have struggled like Rager did. It doesn't matter what receiver would have brought here. It doesn't matter. The times are over, guys. Look, we could have got DK. We could have had Thomas. Just Jefferson. It doesn't matter who we would have gotten, but all it matters is now. With that coaching staff we would have had, do you honestly think we would have progressed and produced some of these players that would have had the good development? Probably not, guys. At the end of the day, I don't think so. I don't think so. Dean says we need backup corners badly. Other than McPherson, I don't see many corners behind. Like Avonte Max, I'm not really big on. Josiah Scott, not really big on. I'm really not big on some of these other corners, to be honest. Like I think we need another body back there that has some, maybe a veteran or maybe another veteran that's a backup veteran that can come in and play some games. I don't know. I don't know if Brian Poole signed with another team yet. I really don't know at this point, but if someone gets injured, McPherson's going to get snaps this year. That's definite. And then really after that, I have no faith in really Avonte Max has to sway my way and turn my head a little bit. I'm not really a big fan of Avonte Max playing inside, outside. I don't know. I don't think he's going to play better on the inside anyway. I mean, that's just me, though. You know what I mean? Johnny Bo says Josh Rosen is available rather him than Mullins. I don't know. I haven't seen much of Josh Rosen. I haven't really watched him. I know he's been to this is going to be his fifth team in a few seasons. So, I don't know. I don't know how well he would play. And, we'll see what happens. If the Eagles want to give him a shot, then sure. Maybe Mullins will, not play as well. But he's got to play better. Obviously, the offensive line played really bad for Mullins as well. That third-string offensive line was horrible. So what I'm thinking right now is that, at this point, you're going to have to try and protect Mullins for him to make this. I mean, he didn't really move. He stutter-stepped a lot in that offense. He didn't really play well. And when you think somebody's open and he throws that ball, you think someone's wide open. But no, I mean, his accuracy, short window throwing is not good, unfortunately. Box of Twinkies. Haven't had a Twinkie in a long time. Says Giants will be lucky to win 5 games. Billy 215s. I don't care if we lose all our preseason games, to be honest, as long as we are winning once it counts. Yeah, exactly. And I think when it comes to, and we have to watch specific players and see how these guys are developing. And you want to see, this isn't to see wins. That's not what it's about. Phil Geyser says, get well soon, Tyree. Definitely. Tyree Jackson, get well soon. Jock says, I'm mad that Tyree Jackson's out 8 to 10 weeks. Keep him on the active roster, man. B-Dog Gang says, do you really think Patriots interested in Ertz? What's Bill thinking? I don't know. I mean, Ertz is building his value right now. He had a good first game in preseason. I think he dropped only one ball, but other than that, he was pretty much fine. But I mean, Zach Ertz doesn't have to be the guy on a team. He could be going to the Patriots. Could be going to Buffalo. He could at Buffalo. I think Buffalo is the perfect spot for him just because he doesn't have to be that guy over there. A lot of weapons in that offense. There's a lot more going for it's going to be interesting to see where he goes. I think they can get a good draft pick. I think the Patriots would be a perfect spot for him. They have 2 tight ends right now that are hurt, so they should make a trade. I don't see why not. Tyler Joshua says, Hightower's too good to let go. Both 20 and 21 draft classes looking good. Now they are, with the Nick Sirianni being here. And obviously, now we're starting to get some production out of all our draft picks. We're getting production out of everybody. Wait till Landon Dickerson gets his shot next year being that starting center when Jason Kelce retires. Should be a lot of fun. Steve goes to Dak, more hurt than Dallas is saying he won't make it through the 17th. Well, what I just saw news this morning is that Dak is not playing any preseason games. He's not doing anything. They're literally going to start him first game of the year, and that's pretty much it. That's how they're doing it. Jace Young says, "Look, Joey, I get the Jets game on 27th. Do you get the Jets game in a few days?" Yeah, no, I will. I will have the Jets game here, so I don't have to have Game Pass for that. So I'll be able to watch that. 214 people in the chat, guys. Guys haven't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles news all year round. We're going to be doing a live play-by-play reaction of the game tomorrow night. So come join me. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you guys have it, like the video. Let's try to get this. Let's try to get the stream by like 200 likes. It'd be fantastic. And yeah, we're gonna have the Philly Shakedown podcast this Saturday with Philly 500 on my channel this week to talk about obviously this week's game and all the other rumors and stuff that's been going on with the Eagles. So we cover pretty much everything. So appreciate that from everybody. Much love to everybody. Jace Davis says turns Giants fans on what they say. Dane Dimes throw 11 touchdowns in a season. Jay Marquis says Quez might be better than Devonta. I don't know if that's going to be true, but I think Quez is going to be a really good number two, a really good producing number two that almost is a number one. I think he could be on the verge of being a number one receiver, but obviously we're going too far. We have to see obviously him tomorrow, and we have to see him in a regular game this year, okay, to really before anything really, if anything really happens. So we'll see what happens when the time comes. We'll see what the time comes. These Giant fans are getting killed in this chat. I can already see it right now. Revolution GRN says, still feel like Dickerson was the wrong pick. You know what? Dickerson was a weird pick just because we needed a cornerback. I was looking for Asante Samuel Jr. I was looking for linebacker in JOK that went to the Browns. I mean, I really wanted one of those players. But you know what? At the end of the day, his ceiling is very high. He was a very big analytical pick. This guy has 2 season-ending injuries, 2 knee injuries, 2 ankle injuries. So it was kind of like, why did they get him? But I see the upside to him. He's well polished. I mean, he's a late first round pick turned into an Eagles second round pick that can come to the Eagles offensive line at 6'6", 325 and push his linebackers around like it's nothing. He is real nasty. He is Philly grit. Landon Dickerson is Philly grit. Okay, he is. I think he is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I think I could be wrong, but it should be really interesting. Hamid Fantasy Daniel Jones currently at the bottom of the dog pile. At least we are fighting like the little kids. BLG said, I would play Devonta. Let him play against Atlanta. Spoke to Falcons secondary. If J-Jaw is not cut before week 1 versus Atlanta, I will buy his jersey. Oh, God, that's bad. I think J-Jaw will be on practice squad by that time. There's no way he's going to be on this roster. And at this point, Hightower should be way, way better before. But I mean, he should be good before. He should be good before this. At least before this next preseason game against the Jets. I'm hoping Hightower is cleared and we can see what he could do. I know Hightower is going to play well. I think that they're not going to get rid of him. There's just no way they're getting rid of him. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. We got a new member to the Shake Squad Army. Harach, what's going on, bro? Thank you for becoming a YouTube member to the Shake Squad Army. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated from everybody. 219 in the chat. Subscribe, like the stream if you guys have. Let's try to get this to 200 likes. If you guys have not, love all you guys. Thank you for joining, Harach. You're going to have a good time. You're going to have a good time on the channel, dude. Matt says, no, we traded the quitter and dodged a bullet, so get it right. Jack Eagles Cake says Dickerson wasn't the right pick. JOK was, and of course the Browns who drafted great recently get him. Yeah, and he's been playing very well, like really well. The Dickerson pick's going to work out. If that Dickerson pick works out next year, that draft was like an A-. I mean, that draft just spiced it up. If Dickerson works out, that draft just spiced up a little bit more. It was fantastic. Philly Halftime says we need to see the wide receivers do better. Yeah, I mean, we need to see more. I mean, we're going to get more playing time out of these other guys as well. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Just give it more time. So Big D says Smith's getting playing time. I don't know if he is. I haven't heard anything. If anyone's heard anything, let me know. Philly 215. Dickerson was a good pick because he could fill in Kelsey once he is gone next year. Think about it. No, that's why he was brought here. He's brought here because honestly, Dickerson, he could play guard, he could play center. I mean, he could play any position on the offensive line. I mean, that's how polished he is. I'm hoping Jeff Stoutland is still here. God bless Jeff Stoutland and what he's done for this offensive line. God bless him for what he's done with some of these guys. Eagles Clip said if we keep it real, Dak is better than Hurts, Fitzpatrick, Flacco, Jodes. I think Dak's the second best quarterback in this division. One of me says Joe Judge was special teams coordinator. Can't talk about Nick Sirianni. No, For a team that was 6-10 or whatever it was, I mean, to rely on the Eagles to win a game last year was horrible. Jess Davis says Joe 6-10 cries and blames other teams because he doesn't make playoffs. Can't blame another team. Even if that was me, if I was a Giants fan, and that was me. I can't blame the Eagles for what they did. I mean, I'd be mad about it, but I wouldn't be like, oh, they blew it for the Giants. Like, what do you expect them to do? You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. I don't know. Whatever Doug was doing, I don't know what he was doing, but I mean, we'll see. But Jock said Deshaun Watson is being investigated by FBI. I heard that. I mean, there's still no charges yet. I haven't read any charges. Emmanuel John says we need more productivity in the run game. I guess. I mean, we saw some runs. We didn't see any home run runs, but we saw some guys get some good yards. I thought Kenneth Gainwell did a good job. Kerryon Johnson was with the latest, third string offense, so it didn't really work out too much for him. Depends where these guys are lined up. Jordan Howard's probably going to start this week, most likely, because Kerryon Johnson is back with the Eagles on IR with that knee injury so far. So I think Jordan Howard is clearly going to make it this year as a bruiser back for the Philadelphia Eagles in this group. Whether they're keeping 4 or 5 running backs, I have no idea. If they use the extra roster spot on that position, I would keep 4 or 5 running backs. That's definite. First, I would say said Mullins plays with the 2s. Flacco doesn't need experience if he still stakes Josh Rosen. Yeah, I don't think Mullins is playing with the 2s, obviously, but I think Flacco will be there with the 2s. Then with the 3s, he'll be probably play with this. Probably the second half will be all Mullins, most likely, if that's the case as of right now. So, Marianne John says Hightower predicted today. Practice today in pads. I did not know that. There was walkthroughs today, so obviously not much news. But Hightower apparently is back. So that's good. How many chance the Giants fans delusional? At least you know when we are trash. Yeah, exactly. At least we'll say it. You know what I mean? J.H. Young says, what's the gaming channel? It's in my description below. The gaming channel is as Eagles Nest Gaming. I do play games, and it's the uncensored version of what I do. So it's a lot of fun. I play with a lot of people, a lot of subs, a lot of subscribers, and I play with some Eagles content creators as well. So it's a lot of fun. Eric Pelsa, how many games do you actually think y'all will win? I really don't know. I said about 7 to 9 games, but I think if this team really surprises us, I think they could win 10 games this year. If they really surprise me, I think they can. That's what I think. Hold on, I just lost by. There we go. I always lose myself here. Box of Twinkies says, here's a box of Twinkies for those who are overrated Cowboy fans. Alexander Ford says, I received a Carson jersey for my birthday. What a joke. I'm selling it for $50. You're not going to get... Dude, they're selling Carson jerseys for $10, I think. I think they're a lot cheaper than that. I don't think you're going to get $50. You might as well sell it for $20 if you're lucky. So, Hirak says, we'll get that first from the Colts. Wentz will play full season or at least 14 games. If he plays 14 games, 13 and a half, we're good. He's going to rush himself back, guys, and I don't know if he's going to play well. I really don't know if he's going to play well, man. I really don't. I hope he does. But same old Carson Wentz, rushing back from injury, not just letting himself get healed up, going to rush himself back to the first game. And you know what? I don't know. Like, hey, it's good for us, but I don't know if we're going to get that first-round pick. As my mind has been going since, he ended up getting hurt, I think as of right now, it's literally going to be 2 firsts and 2 seconds. I mean, in my eyes, that's what I think is going to happen as of right now. So. We got a super chat from Nick Johnson. What's going on, man? It says, I seen by analysis our wide receiver core, running back core is ranked 31st. Keep doubting. We're going to show why we're being doubted. Every media member is just trashed this team. 17th best offensive line. Jalen Hurts is the second to worst quarterback over Drew Lock. I mean, it's really embarrassing. I mean, that's how embarrassing it is. I don't know how you rate a quarterback after 4 games last year. I mean, you shouldn't even rank him at all, period. I mean, you're just trying to make a point that, yeah, he's going to be low in the ranks. He only played 4 games and played well for 2 games and didn't really get better after that. So, kind of crazy, but Fireman, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Hope you're having a good day today. Big D says Carson quits, a.k.a. Mr. Glass. Hanami's fiance, are you realistic with your wins? Giants fans say they are going 17-0 in a Super Bowl rig. Let me tell you something. It's not easy winning a Super Bowl, and they should know that, okay? It's really the pressure's going to be on their offensive line, their quarterback, and you have a running back in Saquon Barkley that's already dealing with knee injuries already. I say Saquon Barkley is definitely gone after this year. If he doesn't get back to what he's supposed to be doing, I think Saquon is actually gone. I think he's gone. This is the last year of his contract, I think, too. So should be interesting. They see a Mr. Flatfix again, Tony. Red Sand says it wasn't an injury. It was just to remove a loose bone from an injury in high school. You're talking about Tyree Jackson? Is that what you're talking about? Jock said they need to sign Jeff Stoutland lifetime. Yeah, that's definite, man. A lifetime contract for Jeff Stoutland. Jeff Stoutland's been around since the Chip Kelly days. I mean, the best offensive line coach, the best. I mean, he turned a rugby player and seventh-round pick in Jordan Mailata into, I think he's going to be a Pro Bowl left tackle coming after, probably by next year, maybe by 2022, he'll be a Pro Bowl tackle. No joke. His name will be into the league by that time. Jay's question: do you think they will? They will, but the QB backups tomorrow, they're going to play. They're probably going to play. They're going to play Jalen Hurts first quarter. They're going to play Joe Flacco second, and then they're going to have Mullins probably play third and fourth quarters tomorrow. That's probably what's going to happen. That's just my guess on what's going to happen, most likely. So we'll see at that point. Ohami's family says, how y'all Giants fans going to come into the Eagles and infest the chat? They're doing it to themselves. Let them do it. Let them do it to themselves. I don't know. Philly 0024 says, does Ertz stay now with the Jackson injury? I have no idea. I really have no clue if he's staying at all. I mean, if it was up to me, I would trade him. I would release him and get some cap space and get a late draft pick or a mid-draft pick, whatever they could get. But as of right now, I don't know what they're doing. Ertz is building his value right now, so definitely helping for a trade. And I don't know, the Patriots have a couple tight ends that are hurt right now. So, I mean, as of right now, you could trade him. I think they could make a nice little deal. They can get cap space back. We'll have over $20 million cap space to a Zach Ertz trade. And you can get I don't know what the Eagles are looking for. I think they were looking for at least a third, fourth round pick at the beginning of this whole mess that was happening. But I think they can get like maybe a fifth round pick. I don't know, something to sweeten the deal at this point. You know what I mean? So, should be good. Turntable Teddy with the super chat. Appreciate it, man. Says, didn't Brady play with an MCL and won the Super Bowl? Hopefully Wentz can play those snaps, contribute more to the Eagles with a pick, more than he's ever did with his play and lack of leadership. I don't trust his injury. I really don't trust him playing the whole year on injury. I don't. I think the offensive line is really good with the Colts. The offense is built very nicely around him, so maybe it will help him to his advantage. But at this point, guys, I really don't have any faith in Carson Wentz staying healthy. If he returns week 1, he's got to be real careful. So obviously we're going to be monitoring this whole thing when it happens. So it should be interesting. We'll see though. Fire 253. What's Gainwell is very underrated. He showed out last game. You know what? It's Gainwell always makes the first guy miss, always gets some yards, and he wasn't even with the first team. Howard was with the first team. Imagine Gainwell with the first team, what he could do. I think he'd play a lot better. Obviously, with the run blocking be a lot better. But even that play when he tripped at the line of scrimmage, he fell on his face with the football. He got back up and still ran 7 to 8 yards. I mean, that's good. That's really good to see. His work ethic, his grit is really good. So I'm excited for Kenneth Gainwell. That name just needs to stay in this roster. And I can't wait to see what he does. I'm pretty pumped for Kenneth Gainwell for the future. 5th-round pick steal, guys. Guy took off last year. And should have been a late second, early third-round pick, so it should be interesting. Marianne Johnson, Parsons can't cover running backs on pass routes. He's going to get exposed. No, he's good. He's good against the run, but he's not a coverage linebacker. He's not. He tried a couple of times, but he's good at blitzing. He could blitz. He could go against the run, but he's not going to catch Miles Sanders run across the field. It's not going to happen. So. Jay Young says, so what are you saying is Jalen Hurts will play a quarter? I'm thinking a quarter. I'm thinking it'll be a quarter for Hurts, a quarter for Joe Flacco, and third and fourth will be for Nick Mullins. That's what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe 2 quarters for Jalen Hurts, maybe a half for Jalen Hurts. Then you have Joe Flacco for the third, Mullins for the fourth. I have no idea, but we'll see. Brad Rice is talking heads, talking simply off last season results. That's what they're doing. I don't know. You come in this chat, you're gonna get ripped up. You're gonna get destroyed. So, Legend Killer 5 says, let them give to charity. Oh boy, it's getting lethal in here. Chris Scott, what's going on, man? So I can't wait for the season to start. Hurts to go to shut up all the haters. The Eagles in general are going to shut up the haters. Yeah, I can't wait till they prove everybody wrong. I really can't. If there was one season to prove everybody wrong, it'd be this season. And especially, not just the players want to prove people wrong, but the coaches. These coaches want to prove the league wrong. That they could, Nick Sirianni could be a head coach. That Jonathan Gannon could be a defensive coordinator. There's a lot of proving to do. A lot of chips on their shoulders. And for Jalen Hurts, he's got boulders on his shoulders more than chips. So, Ohana says, Hightower on the hot seat. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, nothing's been said. He practiced today, apparently. No media, nothing was really available today because they're doing walkthroughs before the game. So I think that maybe, I don't think he's going to get cut. I don't think so. No, J. Jaw's just not good enough. I just said it earlier in the stream. I said J. Jaw being healthy and on the field is worse. I think literally John Hightower is better being hurt than J. Jaw. I mean, really, it's better than J. Jaw when he's hurt. I mean, no joke. Jock said, I agree, Bellotto will be a Pro Bowl tackle. I agree, bro. Eagles clips, I don't want to see trash bullets. I'd rather put Ward at QB3 than Taysom. Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate, but we're going to have to see. Hopefully he plays better because he's got to give these guys looks. I feel bad for receivers that don't, guys, we had Cody Kessler and some of these other guys that couldn't even throw the football 5 yards. That's how bad it was. And you're talking about guys that used to be top picks in the draft. I don't know if Cody Kessler was, but Big D says Sanders is not a receiving back. I think he is. I think people are just saying that because of the drops that he had. But we saw in 2019 he is a receiving back. 100% a receiving back. Rock the R says, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Philly 215 says, we got a chance at the division. Dak can't stay healthy. Daniel Jones is a corny and Fitzmagic is washed. Philly guys says, can we convert Hightower to a tight end? No, I like him at receiver, bro. Not tight end. Definitely not tight end. Jay Shunks in Red Sand is saying about the Carson Wentz foot thing. Dave Case says, Joey, tomorrow's going to tell a lot of where we are still evaluating. They will have to be down 53 before the next preseason game. That's going to be scary, guys. It's going to be very scary to see what they're going to do, and hopefully it works out. Ohana Musiala says, Mulatto all-pro at least. That's what I'm hoping for. Len O says, between Rager, Smith, and Quez, who's going to have the most yards? Between Rager, Smith, and Quez, Devonta Smith is going to have the most yards, definitely. But you know what, guys? At this point, I don't even care if Devonta Smith should have 1,000 yards. And obviously, the media will even if the Eagles have a successful season, okay, if they have a successful season and they're winning games, they're not going to care about the stats. They're not going to care about the stats. If we're losing games and Devonta Smith doesn't have 1,000 yards yet, they're going to care about the stats. I think everybody's going to get the ball. Quez Watkins, Jalen Rager. Rager is going to impress, guys. And I'm telling you right now, you haven't seen it yet, but it's going to happen. You haven't even seen it yet. This hungry dog mentality between all these guys. Jalen Rager gets the one-handed catch over the Patriots the other day, a couple days ago, and Quez gets in his face. That's what I want. It makes me want to put a football helmet on, get into that, and get into that. Oh, God, how do you not want to play for this team? Nick Sirianni, how do you not want to play for this team with these guys? Philly 215 says, I don't get how these Giant fans think they are good and then they only won 20-something games in the past 4 years. I don't know. I live in New York. I've been in New York. I've been in New York for a long time. I'm around Jet and Giants fans all the time, and they still talk. They talk every day. Big D said, Wentz is not even close to Brady and never will be. No, definitely not. No, definitely not. Ohana says, who will be the best defensive player this year? Best defensive player this year? I don't know. It depends on, you're talking defensive line, you're talking secondary. If you're talking about defensive line, like Josh Sweat, I think it's going to play really well this year. Being a starter in front of Barnett, and really last year of his contract as well. He could be losing 3 defensive ends by next year. So I want to see Teron Jackson. I want to see Milton Williams at defensive tackle. Moving these defensive linemen around for matchups is going to be fantastic. That's what I want to see. So it'll be interesting. The guy says nobody's close to Brady. Marion Johnson says Wentz is rushing himself back because the Colts don't have to keep him after this year. True that. But he's going to try and play. He doesn't want to miss time. He's missed way too much time. I mean, I don't blame him for it, but it's not going to help his case to stay on his own 2 feet for a season. Matt says, at least I have oh, God, there is a lot of stuff going on right now. Philly 215 says, wasn't that Carry On who feel and got back up, or I'm tripping? I have no idea what you mean by that. I can't really read that too well. Gerald Thornton says Killins should have stayed. Killins is different. They had Killins as a wide receiver. He was listed when they waived Adrian Killins. He was listed as a wide receiver. So the Eagles actually put him at wide receiver more than running back. Running back, he's got no chance. Wide receiver, maybe he does, but he still has an uphill battle to climb. He's more of a special teams guy on top of it, which I don't think he's got. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have a big lower body. He's just very frail. I mean, he's got that track star speed, but how long is that going to get you? You know what I mean? So I've been a huge Adrian Killens fan since he was undrafted here. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, thanks. What's your record prediction for the NFC East? I honestly don't know as of right now. I think Dallas will be the second best team. I think the Eagles could be the best team in the East this year. I think they could. I think if they surprise people, I think they'll be competitive. I think they're going to punch somebody in the mouth this year. You know what? I'm not expecting an NFC Championship game. Maybe a playoff win and maybe one playoff. Maybe a division win and a playoff win. Maybe, and not even a playoff win. At least they win the East. I feel like they'll go into the right direction. I think the 2021 season for the Eagles is really all about finding those building block pieces. I don't think it means anything like championship or anything like that whatsoever. So we'll see, though. We'll see. Ohana means I was surprised to see a carry-on released. No, I'm not surprised because he has a knee injury. He's been stinted by injury since he's been drafted, a top 10 pick for the Detroit Lions. So. Nasty Love Hook says this season will be a lot about the Eagles. It hurts is good. We could get the first from the Colts, our Miami pick, how good our coaching staff is, our receivers, etc. Yeah, I think if you get that first round pick from the Colts, I mean, you have 3 first round picks. That's going to be interesting. I think that will be really interesting to see what they do. I mean, they're not going to use 3 first round picks for the draft. They're going to at least trade back. They're going to get picks for 2023, or they're going to trade for a player that the Eagles want to pay and is going to be here for a long time. That's young. So we'll see what happens. Should be interesting, though. Got a super chat. Philly 215 says, wasn't that carry on who fell and got back up? I don't think so. I think that was Gainwell. If it was number 14, that was Gainwell. I think that was Gainwell. Brandon Howard says, I haven't heard anything about Landon. Has he been held out or he has had a good camp? What's the status? The status is he hasn't practiced at all. There's nothing wrong. He's perfectly healthy, but they're sitting him. They're resting him. They don't need him for anything right now, and he's more of a next year type of thing. But obviously, if there's injuries to the offensive line, there's no doubt in my mind they'll dress him up for a game. There's no doubt in my mind they'll have him dress up, especially if the Eagles are close to playoffs or something like that. Landerson will be used, and if he works out this year, or if he gets playing time, and he looks good, and next year he looks good as a starting center when Jason Kelce retires. It's gonna be amazing. I think you're gonna see a very good. Very good player in Landerson. That draft, they just spiced it up a lot more with Landerson being healthy and obviously producing. So should be cool. Ohami's family said, guess Giants fans still here haven't learned their lesson. Raleigh said 2 years ago, if getting DK Metcalf instead of J. Jaw in the draft means we would have had gotten Smitty Rager, would you still want Metcalf? Of course I would. I mean, if at the time, if we had a chance to get him and we didn't, like we did, yeah, of course it would be great. I wouldn't mind that at all. But to be honest with you, I like what we have right now. It wouldn't have mattered if we got them because there was no development with this coaching staff with Doug Peterson. So would have DK been a great player here? Who knows? I mean, probably not. You know what I mean? So I like what we have. Like now we're actually, you don't know what kind of type of player we're going to have in Quez Watkins and Jalen Reagor. I mean, you got 2 first-round pick receivers in your lineup this year. That could be future, franchise receivers for the next 10 and a half years. So, you know what I mean? So you never know what you could have. But, do I regret it? At the time I did, but as of right now, I'm not regretting anything. I'm good with what we have in going into the season. I really am. Philly 215, Smith might play because Nick wants to have reps, and Smith's said it's up to the coaches. Well, yeah, it's up to the coaches at the end of the day. He's got to follow what they want for him. He's not going to force any hand or anything like that. So, Legend Killer says 05 says Smith has 12 touchdowns. It would be better than 1,200-plus yards coming from grab time touchdown factors from it. If you're having all wide receivers or receivers collectively 30, 40-yard touchdowns, that means Hurts getting 30, 40 touchdowns. Yeah, definitely. I think when you have, I don't even care about the yards that Devonta Smith gets because I think you have a burner in Quez Watkins. I think you have a burner in Jalen Reagor that's going to complement each other in this offense with the run game, with the tight ends, with this offensive line, with Jalen Hurts extending plays on his feet. I think it's going to be an unstoppable offense. This could be a top 10 offense this year. Ohana says, fly, Smitty, fly. Love it. Big D said, I'd rather not think about draft blunders. Instead, look to the future. But I will point out, if we perform under expectations. Yeah, of course. I'm going to be very critical of this team this year. I'm critical of anybody that's at quarterback. Look, I'm going to be critical of Jalen Hurts. I'm going to be critical of the tight ends, the offense, everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. I'm going to be giving it out to everybody who I think played bad or the play calling was bad or whatever it is. Matt says, not even wasting my time. I don't know why you wasted. I don't know why it was wasting time, really. Alana says, I am looking forward to seeing Dickerson play. I am too. Deb said it was Gainwell. Number 14, I think, is Gainwell. So, Devonta, the Celebrity, says, Devonta going to play tomorrow? I hope he is, bro. It's up to the coaches. Nothing has been. We'll see what happens. Brandon Harris is true. Okay, good to know. Darian Brown says, how do you feel about Travis Fulgham? I heard he's having a bet. He's been. I haven't heard much. Like, there was maybe 2 days early in training camp where he played well against our own guys, but I haven't heard much ever since then for Travis Fulgham. I have no idea what's going on with Travis Fulgham right now. I really don't know. I don't know. But we're gonna see. Here, Byron Starkey says, would Watson be worth it? Right now, we can't do anything. So maybe next year it will be if Jalen Hurts doesn't play well, is not capable of being a franchise quarterback. Different story. I think Watson is a terrific quarterback. I mean, I love Deshaun Watson, what he could do. I think his play style fits this offense, but I'm not worried about that till next year. Legend05 says, yep, no, it was carry on. It wasn't 14. I heard them talk. I just watched the preseason game again this morning. Which one is it, guys? Is it 14? I thought it was Gainwell. I got to look back. Eric Powell says, y'all did steal landed. It's a steal. I mean, obviously he was a late first-round pick center, but, I mean, it's a steal as of right now, but until he gets on the field, see what he could do and how healthy he could be, different story. It was so funny. He was proposing to his girlfriend on IG. He was on a knee, and he's like, oh, looks like, he's like, Landon, be careful, dude. Don't, people are, like, telling him to be careful, and not go crazy. What's up, people? Last 2 drafts are looking good. Yeah, as of right now, it's looking pretty good. Well, now you have a coaching staff that knows how to develop players, so that's the hump we tried getting over. You know what I mean? So, Marion Johnson says, when Hurts works out, Howie better go get playmakers at linebacker with one of them early draft picks next year, or I'm going to pluck him in his eyes myself. I think that you have to go defense for the first 2 picks of the draft next year. Defense-heavy draft. Get corner, get pass rusher. I mean, if they want to go linebacker, great. They don't have much. I mean, they did a lot to this linebacker position this year. I mean, they got Eric Wilson. They're starting to, get development out of these other guys. And look, you got 4 linebackers already producing pretty well. And Eric Wilson and TJ Edwards and Alex Singleton and Sean Bradley. You got some good guys right there. So, Eagles Clips, I think, will sign Goddard next year to a big contract, and we'll put Tyree Jackson on IR all year to be second tight end next year. Then we'll draft tight end the 5th next year for a tight end 3. I think that's realistic. Put Tyree on IR this year, and then have Dallas Goedert, obviously Zach Ertz if he's still here, and Richard Rodgers. And then by next year when Zach Ertz is gone, if he's still here, obviously, if Ertz leaves after this year, obviously, or he doesn't leave before the season starts this year, then, Ertz leaves, and then you go produce Tyree Jackson with your tight ends next year. I think that'll definitely help. Or you bring him back later this year if you need another body. You never know what injuries do occur, so you don't really know. Philip Van D says, Hurts playing a half tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping for, but it may be a quarter or a half. I don't know yet. Tyler Dodge says, even if everything works out, is Howie Roseman or worthy of returning? I don't know. He's looking good right now. We got to see how the year goes. Regular season, that's where it's going to count for Howie Roseman. Last year of his contract this year. But if another GM comes here, they're going to love having 2 first-rounders, 2 seconds, or 3 first-rounders in a couple seconds. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be pretty good. It says, get the dog mask out. Eagles have landed, but both Smith and Watkins will be better than Lamb. They have everything CD does and way more speed than he does. The speed is the X factor. I think CD Lamb's going to have a good year this year. I think he's going to have a really good year this year. But I think we have more of I think we just have a lot more speed in this offense. I think our receiver core could be better than Dallas's receiver core by a mile. And that's Mike and obviously Michael Gallup's going to be a free agent after this year, so he's not going to get paid big money. They're tied into a lot of contracts right now. I mean, you got these receivers for the Eagles for another 2 to 3 years. 3 years. So you got guys here for a while before we have to pay anybody. It's going to be a lot better. Brandon Howard says, I keep Howie because outside of drafting Howie is S tier. No, you know what? I think Howie Roseman's strength is pretty much his trades. His trades are the best. Okay, I have to say the one thing about Howie Roseman that I do, he doesn't get fleeced. He fleeces teams, and he picks up contracts for guys that are going on the last year of their contract, kind of like a prove it type thing, and for late draft picks. I mean, he does really good. But the one problem I have with trades is that he doesn't trade for the great players either. I think DeAndre Hopkins was a player I really wanted badly. I mean, they traded David Johnson and a second round pick for. I mean, that's it. There was rumors that that they asked for Miles Sanders or some rumors about that trade when it happened at the time from the Texans, but I don't know though. He doesn't trade anything more than a 4th round pick, guys. Really, the proof is there. He hasn't traded anything more than a 4th round pick for a player. It's never happened. Ryan Rose, Dallas Goedert, Jordan Howard needs to step up 100% on defense and more consistency. No, I think they'll do fine. I think Dallas Goedert will do fine. I think Jordan Howard is going to be run like a bull this year, prove himself, that he's got value in this league. Hit a very dry free agency. If you guys remember, he had a very dry free agency, had no interest. He was honestly contemplating on retirement this year. But the Eagles picked him up. He lost a lot of weight. He bulked up, and he looks like he's in very good shape right now. So I'm a big Jordan Howard fan. I've loved Jordan Howard. He was on the Bears, and I love him now. So Darren Brown says, who do you think will be the most underrated Eagle on the roster? Underrated Eagle on the roster. I think as of right now, there's a lot of them. I mean, if there's one guy that's one of my pet peeve favorites, it's got to be defensive tackle Milton Williams. It's got to be him because he can move from defensive end to defensive tackle. He can move at both. They can move him all over the line. He's got great pressure. He's showed it already. I think he'll have really good numbers this year. I think for a rookie, I think he'll have really good numbers in the rotation. Kenneth Gainwell is another guy that I think is going to play very well this year in the passing game and obviously just running with the football behind this offensive line. Definitely. The HO3 Hitman, what's going on? Hurts season. That boy good in my Coming to America voice. I can't wait for Jalen Hurts this year, man. I'm really excited. The players want to play for him. He's going to gravitate those players towards him. They're going to play so well together. I'm really pumped for it. I really am. I'm pumped, man. How do you not want to play for that guy? I just hope it works out in the end. That's all I'm saying. Legend Killer Fives. Imagine we got Metcalf in the league, wouldn't know about him because he's been injured on the team. Yeah, that's probably right. Probably right, bro. Brian Sharowski, would Watson be worth it? No, not right now. I think we got that question already. Ohana says, fly, Eagles, fly. Philly says, hi, Eagles, fly. Gerald Thornton says, Killins did better catching than others. Bro, he was a beast in training. I was there. Unfortunately, I don't know. I guess there's not enough room for him at running back. There's not enough room for him at receiver. There's no room for him. There's just too many guys that are way ahead of Adrian Killins right now. So it's just unfortunate. Brian Starkey says, how do you think Jalen Hurts will do? As long as he go through his progressions, his reads, he doesn't fumble the football, he extends plays, he, just is got good pocket awareness, is not running immediately, is giving it some patience in the pocket. I know Nick Sirianni is going to use the mobility of Jalen Hurts to his advantage. That's definite because he's already talked about that. So he's not trying to change him into a pocket quarterback or change him to a different type of quarterback. Use him to his strengths. He's good with the run. He could get plays on his own. So I think you just got to wait for it. Marion John says, how are you not holding that $16 million for nothing? It's burning a hole in his pocket. He's going to get someone watch. I don't know. Right now, I don't know what they're going to get. I really have no idea. You get rid of Zach Ertz, you're going to have over $20 million in draft and cap space as of right now. So Hamid Sound said, who will be our best offensive player? Best offensive player as of right now, it's got to be Devonta Smith or Quez Watkins at this point. It's tough. It's tough. I think Devonta Smith will be the top guy in this offense. Could be Miles Sanders as well because he's going to get the rock a lot. Obviously, they're not playing him in preseason. They're going to unleash him by the first game of the season. So, Brian Howard says how he cleared that money to get extensions done before the end of the season. I think that's what it's for as of right now. Obviously, you restructured, Derek Barnett and Lane Johnson. So now you have more cap space. So what do you do with it? I think it's for the Dallas Goedert extension. That's probably what it is. And it could be extensions for, like you said, Brandon, I think for the extensions for the end of this year. So that's what it could be. Philly 215 said, I thought it was 34. I was probably tripping, though. I have no idea. I thought it was 14. That's just me, though. War Series Shorts is Bulbasaur. Take a back seat. Got Sterling Alba. What's going on? So how's it, Joey Shakes? Doing fantastic. It was Johnson, so it was Johnson. I thought it was. For some reason. I don't know why I thought it was. That was a good run. If that whoever made that run was a good run. Box Twinkies. I wouldn't give a box of Twinkies for Watson. That's good. Good to know. Philly guy says, Eric, you're a hater. Say something. This chat's getting nuts. Philly 205. That's what I'm saying. I was at the game. I thought it was carry. That's what I thought. I thought it was carry on. I thought it was. I thought it was Kenneth Gainwell. Darren Brown, did you see the quarterbacks for next year's draft? Jalen Hurts is bad. I don't like the draft class next year. Maybe one quarterback that I like, but I'm not a fan of the draft class next year. 125-850 says, I'm a big believer in the Eagles this season because I expect us to have fewer than 14 different lineups. Brooks, Dillard, even you will be surprised 7-9 wins. I expect us to be over 11. A lot of people think over 11 wins, 11 or more. I think about 10 wins, 7-9. I think 7-9, but if they really surprise me, I think they could have 10 or more wins. I could probably agree, but not going too far with it. Philly, the podcast going up, bro. He says, I want to see Smith go off tomorrow. Joe Castro's actually going to the game tomorrow, so definitely put some videos out. I said it to you on Twitter, like, put some videos out. You got to put videos out there. If you guys haven't subscribed to Philly, the podcast, we're going to be doing something soon, definitely. Joe Castro, he just did an interview with Derek Gunn, one of the beat writers for Philadelphia. Check that out, and some of his other videos as well. Much appreciated to the work he does on his channel. We got 272 people in the chat. Guys, haven't subscribed to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. If you guys haven't liked this video, let's try to get the video to 200 likes if we can. Much appreciated to everybody. I appreciate everybody coming in tonight and just hanging out, talking Eagles. Got a big game tomorrow. See some more production out of these guys for offense and defense. Check the Philly Shakedown podcast Saturday with Philly 500 on my channel. And we will be streaming live play call reaction tomorrow night of the game versus the Patriots. So come to this channel and check it out. Even if you drop in for literally 10 seconds, just you showing up, it does help the channel out a lot. And description below to support me in other ways, memberships, and obviously I have a gaming channel as well. If you guys want to subscribe to that, check that out at the bottom of the page there at the description. So much appreciated, everybody. Much appreciated, guys. Let me see. Wild Husky King said Hightower needs some hands. You know, I think he had a big issue early in the season last year. Had a big issue with his hands, but I think that he'll over time he'll be a lot better. I think over time he'll be great. You know what I mean? Like I think he's fine. I think he kind of fixed that up later in the season. But obviously with this coaching staff, Aaron Moore as a wide receiver coach, I think he'll fix that up. Kevin Sass says, "Don't do cartwheels, Landon." No, he can't do cartwheels. Chase Young says, getting player developed with Nick Sirianni. The player development is the hump we just couldn't get over. You could draft the best players, but if you have no development, you have no scheme, you can't put your players in the right position on the field to win football games, you're not going to have anything left. We got Super Chat from Philly 215. What's going on, man? It says 9-8. Worst once Booby finds a hole, he's gone. I think Sanders has proven that he could be a home run hitter. He could be literally a home run hitter here. I think he can. He's got a lot. I mean, he needs a Pro Bowl year, and I thought last year would be the year, but the way that Doug was running the football last year, first half running well, second half not barely running at all. Sometimes games, him, not even giving the ball to Miles Sanders 5 times a game. It's kind of crazy, or only 15 times. You got to give this guy over 23 carries at least at this point. Marion Johnson says Hightower stinks at locating the ball. I just think as a rookie, look, I think the development aspect is here now. Yeah, he probably did. He probably was horrible at tracking the ball, but who was really teaching him? Yeah, I guess Aaron Moorhead, but this offense and obviously Carson Wentz and everything was a total mess. I think with a fresh, clean slate, getting trained, getting noticed to do other things and using your skill set to a different level and getting that, Nick Sirianni has that hands-on approach with all these receivers as well. I think it's going to help them out a lot. Grimes going on, so I believe if Hurts plays good, he'll be 11-win team. I hope so. I really hope so. Matt Weeks says, smash the like button, sub this man up of the realest Eagles content creators on here and bust his butt to put out the best content possible for all of us. Matt, love you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very well. Me and Matt know each other personally. Matt, I think, is the only wrench on this channel. As of right now, I know Matt very well, so We're going to be giving out more wrenches after tomorrow's game. I've already given out, I think, 2 more wrenches already. I'm going very slow with it. After tomorrow's game or during tomorrow's game, I will be giving out more wrenches. Let's see here. Philly 215. I want to see Smith play tomorrow, but at the same time, if the health is at risk, I can't wait till I could wait till week 1. That's the same here. But obviously, if they put him out in the field, they're not risking anything. If they put him on the field, they know he's 100% and he's fine. He looks fine to me with the way he's running routes, and obviously he would have had a touchdown, but Jalen Hurts threw the touchdown to Zach Ertz back at the end zone. So I drip 2 says 10-7. Cody says, what's the up, Joey Shakes? What did I miss? We're just talking about tomorrow's matchup and all the rumors that have been going on. Philadelphia Eagles season says there is a debate going on about Flacco and Hurts for 1. That shouldn't even be happening. Period. Brandon Howard says 17-0. You have a lot. You're more optimistic than I am, but hey, it's great though. I love hearing it. Darian Brown says I want the Eagles and Cowboys playing on Thanksgiving again. Well, unfortunately, it's not going to happen, but we'll have him primetime week 3 though. Eagles Yago said I think Greg Ward Jr. is going to be great. A lot of people are sleeping. That's definitely true. Greg Ward's going to be Greg Ward's very good. Obviously, he's making the roster. That's definitely 100%. I mean, he might share this slot with Rager sometimes. I don't know. I feel like he'll just be that backup guy, but he will come in, for red zone or maybe come in on certain things. I don't know. If you remember the end of last year, Greg Ward was the most reliable receiver for Jalen Hurts. Not even just that. Even 2019 for Carson Wentz, he was like that star that came up. This is a guy that was cut from the team 4 times, guys. 4 times. It's absolutely insane what they were doing with this roster. I think they're going to fix it up. Aaron says, Joey, Howie has traded away every 3rd pick since 2016. We traded for Golden Tate, 3rd-round pick. Didn't use him for nothing but a 3rd down receiver. Philly 215 says, I'm a diehard Eagles fan, but y'all pushing it, talking 17. No, I think it's just kidding around, but I think people are just excited. I think that's really what I think. Just people being excited is what it's worth at the end of the day. Chris Scott says, I believe the Eagles team will win 10 or 11 games if relatively healthy. This team is good. They'll only get better as the season goes on. I believe it. I think they're not going to come out slow. Like this team is so much more prepared than I thought they were going to be as of right now. Like I thought we weren't going to look. I knew that maybe we were going to get some production this training camp, but I didn't think we were going to explode like this. Like this is exciting to see linebackers, receivers, running backs, your draft picks. I mean, everything is coming together so well. This means that this coaching staff is purely developing, and it's working, which is great. Next says, I hear you. People are people, fans are fans. I'm here for a good time like everyone else. Go Giants. Hey, appreciate you coming in, man. Appreciate you joining. Everybody's welcome here, guys. As long as there's no racist stuff, political stuff, I will not tolerate any of that. My chat will not tolerate any of that. That's why I took the wrenches away, because people are getting blocked for opinions. Now, when it comes to stuff like that, it's fine. Like when it comes to just regular opinions, you shouldn't block anybody. But when it's racial or it's political, that's not allowed here. It's definitely not allowed here. So, Matt Harris says, Hightower can get open. His hands are suspect. I think he's. I don't know. I think he had a drop problem last year, and I think he fixed it. And I think he's going to play well under Nick Sirianni. I think he's going to play well under him and what he could do. So, Brand says, I was kidding. 11-6. All right. Well, that sounds more convincing. iDrip says, I don't see the Giants reaching 500. Legend says, with the philosophy we have, offense, defense, for coaching, it should be 11 W's, but if they aren't doing what they said, 6 and 9 wins, that's the difference. Coaches are chess players and are the pieces. Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out what this coaching staff is all about game by game. And then obviously, teams are going to, after the first game, teams are going to have a blueprint on what we're going to do. So I want to see what Nick Sirianni does with this play calling after the first game. See every week how different this offense is going to be. I think the offense is going to be diverse, like very different. It's going to be a lot of speed, a lot of screens, run first team. It's going to be a lot of players due to their strengths. That the receivers are intermediate, so all the receivers have played every receiver position. So they're going to be moving around based off of matchups. So they're going to have a lot of mismatches in these games, especially running backs are going after passes. So it's going to be interesting what they do. Brett saying the Hightower hate is unbelievable. People wild. He can't catch. He can't track the ball. Not even close being accurate. I don't think. I think people go too far with it because I think he can catch. I think he can track the ball, but I don't think he was used the right way last year. I mean, really, guys, what other route did you see him run except for a go route last year? Really, I mean, if you watch the tape for Boise State, he's more of a mid-tier type receiver where you throw those mid-tier passes to him, let him work himself to the middle of the field in open space. Hightower's a good receiver. You could put Hightower in the slot as well. I think Hightower would play very well in the slot as well as the outside. So I think they can move him everywhere as well. Ajay for the 6th year in a row. Alexander Ford says, just separate the ball. Jalen, it's Hurts season. Loyalty Houston, what's going on, man? If you guys haven't subscribed to Loyalty Houston, he is a Houston Texans fan, die hard. One of my good friends on here as well. Check out his channel. He puts out videos about the Texans and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm going to be doing a stream with Loyalty Houston probably like by the time, like, if there's Deshaun Watson stuff going around by next year, if Jalen Hurts doesn't play well and stuff happens, me and him will definitely do a stream on that because he knows a lot about Deshaun Watson, what's going on, and, kind of keep us in the loop of what's going on. So if you guys haven't checked him out, check him out. Much appreciated. Brandon Harris, I'll be keeping an eye out on the wrench. I'm an OG. By tomorrow, we're going to have wrenches. I have a list right now. I have a pad right next to me right now, so I'm already writing another name right now. So you guys stay tuned. Legend Kill says, he's no Nelson Aguilar. Let's put it to let's say that. He's no Nelson Aguilar. Hightower is no Nelson Aguilar. Even Aguilar dropped passes. Aguilar was dropping passes during this joint practice past couple days. He's been dropping. He dropped a couple passes. Him and N'Keal Harry didn't really play. They played okay against the second team. They actually played well against the second team, but they've been dropping. Aguilar's not been playing well either. Ohami's family said, do you think the Eagles could really get Derek Stingley? They could. I mean, really, at the end of the day, like, depending on what pick we have 3 first rounds or 2 first rounds, I think that's going to be a big one, but it depends if Steven Nelson leaves after this year. Darius Slay is only here until throughout the 2022 season. Slay is here next year, and that's it. So they have to make a move at corner. If McPherson can step up to the plate next year, still drafting the best corner in the draft. I think there's 4 or 5 corners that are pretty good coming to this draft next year. So we'll see. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm looking. I'm blind as a bat, though. There we go. All right, we're good. I had to fix something quick. Julia says, Doug Pearson says, hi, y'all. Matt Harris says, Smith will play tomorrow. I'm hoping he does. Hey, it is what it is. I hope it does. We got Daddy's Kitchen Will says, I'm late. Coming on. Did they say Smith will be playing tomorrow? I don't know. People are saying right now, everyone here is saying that he is playing tomorrow. I don't know. Haven't heard much, so I'm not really sure. Let me actually check Twitter real quick, see if there's anything going on. I'm not really, no, I haven't. I don't know. I haven't seen anything. We'll see, though. I'll keep checking. Ohami Fiona says, fly, Eagles, fly. Jay Shug says, it's 9-8 or a playoff team. Cody says, I'll be at the game tomorrow. Devonta Smith playing by chance. Apparently he is. I don't know. Everyone's saying he is. I don't know. I feel like he is prepared to play. I think they've been preparing him this week like he is playing. So, I mean, I'm going to say yes at 51%, maybe. I feel a little bit better about that he is going in there for maybe a couple series or whatever he's doing. Marion Johnson says, Sirianni was molded by Frank Reich. He's a smart dude. Every coach Lurie has hired got in the playoffs in 2 years or less. We're going to win 10 games or maybe 11. Yeah, I mean, Frank Reich's right-hand man was Nick Sirianni. So, learned a lot, and, we'll see what happens. But should be a lot of fun. I can't wait till the season starts. I can't wait. I lost my spot again. Why do I keep doing this? Ohana says, is this Jason Kelsey's last season? Probably. Probably most likely. Could be Brandon Graham's last season, too, unless they don't bring him back next year. So, and he's not playing for another team either. So, Eagles coach Miles Sanders made the Pro Bowl, but not the way we would have wanted to make it. Yeah, I mean, I think what he made it off of somebody obviously not showing up or somebody being in the playoffs or whatever. Teofimo Lopez is so crazy. The Shake's doing crazy numbers for his lives. It feels like just yesterday I was watching with 20 other people. Congrats, Shakes. Hey, Teofimo, I appreciate Lopez. I appreciate it, man. It's been a long road coming. It's been a long road, but the support, without you guys, this channel is absolutely nothing. Okay, and I'm very grateful to wake up and be able to do this every single day. And it's because of you guys I do this as well. So, love all you guys. Philadelphia Eagles says Smith will do good this game if he's playing because he is kind of injured. But he will do good. I don't think if Smith is a little injured, they're not playing him. If Smith is in the game, he's healthy, he's ready. They're not playing Devonta Smith if he's just a little injured. It's not going to happen. Authentic says, is that caustic on the graphic behind him? That's my logo if that's what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about, but Brandon says O'Hara depends on Kelsey. Seems like he reconsiders every season, but I think so. He always does. But obviously they drafted Dickerson. They're saying, well, they got to have some insight for Jason Kelsey. What's going to happen with him after this year? You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I think this is going to be the last year for Kelsey. Manuel John says, great. Our secondary. I think our secondary is for right now. I think it's. I say it's a B+ to an A- right now just because we don't have much depth behind it. I like Steven Nelson. I like Darius Slay, obviously. Steven Nelson's capable. He's not locked down, but he can handle his own. And the coverages are going to be disguised, and we're going to be doing some good things on defense. So, Darren Brown said the Giants talk too much. They haven't won a division in a decade. Matt Harris says Ward is going to be a third down receiver. He could, definitely. Mine designs 11-6. I feel Dallas will underperform. And their offense is the only one in the division that I see a potential shootout. Yeah, their defense is not going to carry their offense. Their offense is going to carry their defense. And obviously, if Dak Prescott, you see what he comes off of that ACL and obviously the right shoulder, and they're not even playing him in preseason, so definitely not 100% right now. That's obvious. So, Eagle Yakko says, "What's everybody's thoughts on Madden 22?" Look, I would love to stream Madden for you guys and like play with subscribers and kind of do some fun things like that. If somebody buys me the new version of Madden, if someone gave me like $50, I'd pay the extra 10. If someone gave me $50, I'd buy Madden. I would promise you I would make a video about it. I'll get Madden. I'm not a big Madden fan, but I would like to play. I just think it's a waste of money just from it's so watered down every single year. But if somebody gave me the money for it, at least $50 for it, I'd get it. 2 seconds. I would get it in 2 seconds. And definitely would love to stream it. I would love to stream it. It'd be a lot of fun. Obviously, I wouldn't be great at it, but it'd be a lot of fun. You know what I mean? I just 222. They haven't been 500 in years. Been 500 in years. These Giants fans think they went 10-6 last season. Legend Killer 05. As let's put it this way, we're closer to 17-0 than we were from 0-17. Yeah, I guess that's true. In other words, right? Ohana Means Family says, which player do you want in the upcoming draft? Mine is Derek Stingley. I honestly don't know. I haven't looked at a lot of draft things yet, guys. Like I'm in by December, at Christmas time, and I'm in draft mode right now. I'm not in draft mode whatsoever. I'm not doing any work for draft mode. I'm way too busy right now. The season's about to start. I'm gonna be really busy every week, putting out content. So as of right now, like December-ish is where I get into my draft mode by that time. Junior Arana says, do you like Slim Jims? I haven't had a Slim Jim in years, but I would. Yeah, I mean, I love beef jerky and stuff like that. So, Tyler Dodge said, there's no reason to think we won't be good. We got the roster, coaching staff, and week schedule. We'll be solid. Yeah, you know what? I don't mind facing Tampa and KC. Like, I think those are good test games for us. Like, I really do. I think those are great testing games for us. I'm excited. Legend Kill says Giants are close to 0-17, probably 4-13 or 6-11. Haha, Flo, YT says Eagles are going to surprise the whole NFL this year. I hope so, bro. I hope so. Nate Smith says, political stuff. Well, Flo Buster, wait, what? What? How many times I did nothing but support the Eagles. I was not saying anything messed up like that. Everyone's got to relax. Relax. Jay Shuck says, don't frown. It's the Joey Shakedown. What's good with the song too, but it's not that song. No, it's Don't Frown. It's the Philly Shakedown. That's what it is. That's Philly 500 usually says it more than I do. So Ryan Woldred says, hi, bro. What is your thoughts on Tebow got released from the Jags? I mean, I'm not surprised, and we don't need him. That's it. I mean, I think he's just gonna either go back and not sign with another team. I mean, they gave him a shot, see what would happen. And nothing really happened, so I'd give it I'd give it more time, really. Stephar Hollander says, we don't have to week schedule Tampa Bay, Kansas City, Las Vegas, LA, Denver, New Orleans is not an easy schedule. No, I like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think it's an easy schedule, but you have a lot of tough teams. Like, we have to see what this team is all about. I think these are good test games. Obviously with New Orleans, they don't have Drew Brees, which I think is a big hit. No Michael Thomas. Don't know when he's coming back. So I think the Eagles have, some upper hand in some games, but I want this team to prove themselves. But I don't mind the hard games. I want them to prove themselves in these games. That's what it's all about. See where we're at. iDrip says, what Giants been worse than the dumpster fire? They're as bad as the Jets, if not worse than the Jets. Ohana says, that's why I'm done messing around with the Giants fans. I do not want people to mistake me for bad people. Nah, you're fine. You're fine. You're all good. You're all good. Chris's Cake says, need a wrench, bro. I'm going to be giving out wrenches by tomorrow night when we start streaming the game. Very slowly. Jay Young says, am I on the list of wrench? I don't want I don't want one. There's some people on there. If you don't want one, then that's fine. Loyal says, be looking forward to it. Appreciate it, man. We will. We'll do something soon, bro. iDrip says he came back in Philly and caught the dropping disease. Kevin Sass says, I'll say Eagles 11-6, Cowboys 10-7, Washington football team 9-6, Giants 6-11. Darian Brown says, if Nick Sirianni wasn't the coach, who do you think the Eagles would have hired? Probably the coach from the offensive coordinator or former offensive coordinator from the Patriots. I forgot his name. The one that almost had the job. I thought the guy, I forgot his name. Someone give me his name. I forgot his name. I haven't talked about him in so long. I forgot his name. Thank God. Philly 215, Hightower going to have to show me more. I hope I'm wrong about him, but right now he's not that good. I think he's solid, but I just think he needs to be put in the right direction. Quez Watkins, had a few, got into games, but I don't know. I can't really compare it to that, really. Rager got into games last year, didn't play well. I mean, I thought Rager didn't play well last year, but he got injured 3 times. 2 of them because of Carson Wentz, because of those suicide passes he threw to him. So, Ohana said, did you see Wentz really come back early? He's going to come back early, and he's gonna get injured again. It's going to happen, guys. We got 226 people to chat, 219 people to chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. If you guys subscribe, you'll be able to see the live stream for tomorrow. Do a live play-by-play Eagles versus Patriots games, preseason game 2 tomorrow. Philly Shakedown podcast Saturday on my channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a post game after the game tomorrow as well. We're going to have obviously the stream, a video, then a post game. So it's going to be a busy night tomorrow night, but it should be a lot of fun for everybody. Guys, if you haven't liked the video either, please like the stream up. Do appreciate it. If we could get this stream to 200 likes, would be well appreciated from everybody. Thank you for all of you for coming in. Just talking about the matchup for Eagles-Patriots tomorrow, and we're getting ready. I mean, we're going to see more production. Hopefully we see a lot more. So, Legend says Philly Goddard receivers in general the last few years just seem to drop balls in crucial situations. So when somebody's doing it more often than others, they're picked out. Yeah, definitely. They're picked out. You see someone that has more drops, or Eagles fans say that the receiver's horrible, or they stink, or whatever. Nelson Aguilar was an exception because he had a really good two mediocre years, a really good third year, and then a really bad fourth year. So it's been very up and down in his career as well. Then goes to the Raiders. Plays a good year, comes to the Patriots, and we'll see what he's going to be. I don't know what. Is he the number 1 receiver for the Patriots, or is N'Keal Harry number 1? I think N'Keal Harry is more of a possession receiver, but I'm not really sure about that. Not really sure. Josh McDaniels, thank you. So Josh McDaniels, I thought that's the guy they would have hired. That's definite. I lost my spot again. Neil Jagger says, what do you think about Madden 22? I haven't played it yet. Ernst Javier Aguilar says, Smith put on some muscle. He's looking stronger. Yeah, he probably has. I don't doubt it. They have to maintain his speed, though. They can't bulk him up too much. You know what I mean? Ohan says, what would you want to see Smitty play tomorrow? I mean, he's going to probably play on the outside, probably either side. I mean, whatever. That's really it. That's all I'm really seeing from it. Taylor Walker Divine says, next week's practice with MIA. Miami will be better test for the offense. Jones and Howard are probably the best cornerback pair in the NFL. At this point, they probably will be. Byron Jones, they overpaid Byron Jones. I mean, the Eagles backed out of that. I remember the Eagles were interested in Byron Jones at one point, but they overpowered. Xavier Howard, apparently he still wants to get traded. I don't know what's going on with the Xavier Howard stuff. Maybe he's fine now. Maybe they work something out. I don't know. I mean, it's what? He signed a 5-year, $75 million contract in 2019, and he thinks he's overplayed that contract. But then there were some rumors going around that he doesn't feel respected from Miami. I don't know what's going on with that. Chris King says, get that wrench. By tomorrow night, we will have more wrenches. I've already given out I've given out, 3 wrenches. I'm giving out these wrenches very slowly. Matt says, I love Sirianni. Pause. Hurrah says, Joey and Philly 500, best Eagles content. Yo, appreciate it. Shout out to Philly 500. It's my boy. It's nice to do a stream with somebody with high energy, and just we're good friends as well, off the field, off the camera as well. So it's very, very respectful dude. Very, very grateful to be working with him. For all the guys that he could be working with, he works with me, and I've never had a better time. It's been a fantastic time with Philly 500. Alexander Ford says, some of these comments in High Towers are ridiculous. Go back and watch the tape. I know. I'm telling you. It's just it was a horrible year. It was just a horrible year for everybody. High Towers not the only one that messed up in that offense last year. Ohami's family says, that the Eagles go QB this offseason, we do not need to in this draft. Not much good quarterbacks in this draft. No, if you trade for Watson or you just leave it alone and go in this draft and go draft somebody. But I think Hurts is going to do well. He's going to do really well. Memo Mancera says, are we going for the future cornerback in the next draft? I think so. I think they should. Steven Nelson, if he wants more money next year, I don't know if he's going to want more money, but if he wants more money next year, then we're not giving it to him. Like, go get your top corner next year. Go get it, Eagles. You got to go get it. Potentially get 3 first-round picks next year. So, we'll see. Says Joey Shake's logo looks a bit like Caustic from Apex Legends. I don't know who Caustic is. I haven't played Apex in a while, so you probably know better than I do. I miss it though. JP said, will Devonta catch 10-plus touchdowns this season? I think he will. I think he will instantly. Toronto 70 wants any word on Fulgham? As of right now, I have no idea. Like, this is what, like, he didn't get a reception. I mean, he wasn't targeted in that game against the Steelers. But I really haven't heard much, even from the joint practices. I mean, there was really nothing. I've heard Greg Ward, Rager, Devonta Smith, Zach Ertz. I mean, I've heard a lot of players, but when it comes to him, I haven't heard much. Early training camp, against our own guys, he was doing good. I think in full pads, he was playing pretty good for the first couple of days of pads, but I haven't heard much. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know why. So it should be interesting. I really don't know. Alexander Ford says, wrench squad. We're going to have more of a wrench squad tomorrow night. Kyle Shaver says, Joey, how do you see this team 3 years down the road? I have a feeling 99 birds for the season. A lot of potentially young players who would explode. No, I agree. If the Eagles, like this year, it may not be the year, but if they find those building block pieces this year, and then by next year they really kick off the draft well, and Jalen Hurts is what we expect him to be, I think this team is going to be really good. I think this team could change within a year and a half to 2 years. I think this team could change after this season. I think by next year they could be really good in an instance of 1 year. No joke. By 22, I think they'll be amazing. But I think they could really, if they make the right moves and decisions after this year, I think they could do some good things. Because you know what? There's going to be a veteran or two that's going to be traded after this year, whether it's Brandon Brooks, if he gets hurt again. Fletcher Cox, all eyes on him. He's making a lot of money, $23 million cap hit this year, a bigger cap hit next year. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. You can get more draft capital. You can do a lot more of what you have. Sean Stepp Smith will be in sweats tomorrow for those who want to see him. That's about it. What's up, Joey? People are saying he's going to play. I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't play, I'm excited. If he doesn't play, it's a bummer, but that means he's not 100%, or they want to keep him out just to keep him fresh, and they're not worried about him too much. So, what's going on, bro? Legend Kill 05 said, when we played the Steelers last week, I wasn't looking at like the whole schedule, so I thought we were going to play again like on Sunday. When I found out it was going to be Thursday, I was excited, definitely. Yeah, I know. You get confused because we didn't have this offseason last year, so we're like, you get a little confused at it. Matt Harris says, top 5 offensive line, top 3 defensive line if we stay healthy. I think that's true. I think they could be a top 5 in both categories if they do. JJ says, Zach McPherson had a very strong camp, too. He's going to play some big minutes, in my opinion. Yeah, no, I think he's got sticky coverage. Other than that PI call he had in the end zone, I thought he was really good against the run. He's good at getting off blocks, making his tackling is just A+. Tackling's A+. He doesn't overstep too much. He takes really good angles on, going after the run, going after his target. I think he plays really good. the coverage is obviously in question right now, but I want to see more of him in coverage and see what he does. So I'm excited for Zech McPherson. I am. I think he's solid. I think as for a 4th-round pick corner that can play zone and man, I think he's going to work out really well. I just think he needs some more guidance and more reps and see what he could turn into, really. You never know what you get. Jonathan Gannon is very good with corners. When he was with the Colts, I mean, he was a corner coach, and he turned Xavier Rhodes' career around after Rhodes got that big contract with the Vikings. Didn't play well for a couple seasons and went to the Colts and just revamped his career. And Rhodes was 31 years old at the time, So it's kind of crazy. Amber Terrell says, I remember when we were excited about Ruben Randall signing and Dorial Green Beckham. Oh, my God, that brings me back. Ruben Randall, a really lazy player, a very lazy player for the Giants. I mean, look, he played well for the Giants, but he became a real lazy player when he came to the Eagles. I don't know. He just didn't. I don't know. I was excited about it, but nah, didn't work out. Dorial Green Beckham, I think Dorial Green Beckham could have done so much more with his career, but he was partying, he was goofing off. The off-the-field stuff was just, he was doing a lot of things he shouldn't have been doing, and that's unfortunate. After that Lions game when Dorial Green Beckham, he stiff-armed a receiver. He stiff-armed a linebacker to the ground. I mean, I was like, whoa. I love Dorial Green Beckham, but he could have been something in the league, but he messed it up for himself. So, Ohana says it seems like they are improving Madden. Is this true? I don't know. Matt Harris, man. Brandon Howard said, "I'll do 10 if I start seeing donations." If anyone gives me if 2 people send me two $10 donations, I'll spend the extra $30 for the game. I'll spend the extra $30-$40 for the game if I get two $10 donations. I promise. I'll buy the game. I'll make a video on it. I'll do whatever you guys want. Seriously, because I do want to stream it, but I just don't think it's worth as a $60 game. I just don't. Really. I don't even have Game Pass right now to even do it, so I don't even have that either. So B-Dog says that because of a ripoff. Jace Jug says, "Am I on the wrench list? I don't want one." Philly Fan D said Hurts have a 1K rushing this year. He might have close to that. I don't know, but we'll see, though. Alexander Ford, there's a few cornerbacks that have already been waived. Do we sign any to the practice squad? I don't know. I mean, what we have to look at next is when teams start waiving productive players, that's when the Eagles can get some good ones out of the waiver wire. The waiver wire is going to be really expensive. All right, there you go. You guys didn't have to do that. I'm just saying, hey, if it happens, it happens. It is what it is. We got Kelvin with the $10 super chat. So here's one. Appreciate Kelvin. Much love. And then we got Brandon Howard with the $10. Come on from my fan. Match my 10. If somebody match your 10, you're good, bro. You're good. So there you go. Two $10 super chats. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated, guys. Like I said, I'll get Madden, but I just don't think it's a $60 game. That's just me. I mean, even the new games for the new consoles, they're going to be $70 for next gen games now. It's kind of crazy, but both of you guys, much love. Appreciate it from both of you guys. I think that's funny. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened. So I just said it is. Now I got to buy the game now. I'm going to get it. I drew 22 says, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it. I just says, go ahead, Joe. You got to do it. I'm going to say, who will have the most scrimmage yards this season? Most scrimmage yards? I think it'll be Miles Sanders. I think he'll be in the passing game, the running game. I think Miles Sanders will lead the team in scrimmage yards. That's just me. Jock says, looks like I'm watching you play Madden. Yeah, so I don't want to play it too much. I don't want to annoy people because there are people that I do want to play it, but I don't want to annoy people while playing it. You know what I mean? So it should be interesting. Eagles, let's go, Lane Johnson, go get Madden. we'll see. We're gonna grab it. Nate says, dude, Tyrell fracturing his back is beyond sad. The man has mean potential, but being as big as he is, it was bound to happen. I don't know if it was bound to happen, but he must have just went up to grab a ball and he just landed on his back the wrong way. I mean, I've never fractured. I mean, I've caught balls and landed on my back before, but your back. I mean, your back is very serious. So that's a 2-month recovery almost, and I think you just put him on IR at this point. Put him on IR. Ohami, do you think Cam is washed up? A little bit, yeah. I don't think he's good like he used to be. After that Super Bowl year, he hasn't really been the same. After that, what was it, 2015, whatever season that was against Denver. I thought after that he kind of fell off. Last year I was really excited for Cam. He was like, he was really mad at Carolina for getting rid of him, that they thought he didn't have anything anymore, and he was really hyping up that the come to the Patriots, and the fans were really excited. I think there's some things he's good at. He's good as a mobility quarterback. He's very good with that. But I think from his passing in the pocket, it's just hasn't really been it's been very lackluster at this point. Brandon Howard, I'll gladly watch you get past that Madden 22. Mad at Madden 22. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be horrible. Kyle Harris says Joey just needs to find an NFL 2K with updated roster stadiums. I'm probably going to buy the game for PC most likely. It'll probably, I'm not going to do a PS4 stream. I might do a vote to see if who cares about a PS4 stream or do it on PC. Let me know if you can use controller. Can you use a controller for PC? I just need to know that before anything. I could probably find out. I could just look on Steam and see if it's there. Rishi Lara says, could you explain the Carry-On situation? Carry-On, has a knee injury, has had a knee injury, so the Eagles waived him. He went through waivers. He wasn't claimed, so now he is back on the Eagles roster. Well, technically not. He's back with the Eagles, but he's on the Eagles IR. Carry-On Johnson will not count towards the 53-man roster, so Eagles can really just keep him on IR. They can do whatever they want. So he can get waived again by the Eagles if the Eagles decide to do that. Really up to them. Lindsay Kill says, Hurts played great against the Packers, Saints, Cardinals early of the Cowboys game. It was great against Washington. It was pulled out. In the second half, he has to improve on, which sounds scary. Hurts did not play progressively well. I thought the Saints game, he ran the ball more than really threw the ball. Him and Miles Sanders had 100 yards apiece. The Cardinals game I thought was my favorite game because he was very stout, very patient in the pocket. I thought he went through his progressions, his reads really well, ran when he had to. The defense didn't help. Obviously, didn't win that game, obviously. But I think against the rest of those games that he didn't really play well. I think the Cowboys game, there was a lot of guys open in that game, and he was he was not patient in the pocket. He was running very quickly. His awareness was very short. So it really wasn't playing well. The truth is Kent Gainwell needs running back 1 reps. He does. I think Gainwell needs to be with the ones tomorrow. I hope he is. Newbie says, are you guys going to be ready for my Niners game too? I can't wait. I will be at the game. I'm going to have some things, actually. I'm going to probably do something at the game. I might do a live stream. I'm working on some stuff to get some microphone for my phone and some other things. So I want to do something for the game for you guys, kind of like a live from Lincoln Financial Field, kind of just talk Eagles for an hour. While we're waiting to get into the game. I might be with a couple content creators as well, so it should be a lot of fun. There's a few guys going. Desert Eagle probably will be there. He's sitting actually right near me, so we might be sitting next to each other after the game, so we'll see. And the Killer Fight says, Richie people were saying it was because of injuries. Ludi said, if it isn't standard, it's going to be Goddard. Watch. Brandon Howard says no pressure to play it all the time. No, I mean I would definitely play it. I just don't know. I need to figure out a schedule to play it. I don't want to play it too much and stream it all the time and annoy everybody. So, well, appreciate it, guys. I drip 222. Kevon Wallace 5 interceptions this season. I want Kevon Wallace to show up so bad. I'm seeing the grit out of him, especially with Cam Newton, and he wouldn't even throw his way. Kevon's got a big mouth, and he uses it and gets in the head of these quarterbacks. So we'll see what happens, but it should be a lot of fun, though. Should be a lot of fun to see him. We got 212 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Try to like this stream. Like the stream right now. Try to get this stream to 200 likes. Much appreciated. We're going to be doing a live play-by-play reaction of the Eagles versus Patriots preseason game 2 tomorrow night. If you guys haven't, show up. Going to have a lot of fun. Even if you show up for 10 seconds, it don't matter. As long as you pop in real quick, it's all that matters. And then obviously Saturday, the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500 on my channel should be a lot of fun. We're gonna get this thing going. It's football's here, guys. It's right around the corner. It's here. The regular season is dot upon us. Jay Shug says, how many years have you known Philly 500? I'm gonna say 5. I've known Philly 500 since 2000, since I started. I did a stream with him in 2016. A stream with him. I had him on speakerphone. We had no StreamYard, we had no Google Hangouts or nothing. I had him on speakerphone, and we were literally talking to each other on a stream a long time ago. This is before Philly 500 got a lot bigger, obviously, and he's done a fantastic job with his channel. How many fiance outside of the East? Who is your least favorite team? My least favorite. I hate the Vikings. I hate the Saints. I hate the Vikings, Saints, Patriots. I don't know. I don't know who else really. I honestly don't know who else. Kevin Sass says, Joe, you should join a fantasy league and live stream the draft. Yeah, I'm not big on. I did fantasy like a couple years ago. I'm not. I'm way too busy to do it. I'm way too busy what I'm doing right now to be doing that. I love doing it. I haven't done one in so long, so it's been a while. Paul Matisse says, just a small fracture of the bone and lower back. He'll be fine with the rest of the rehab. Yeah, I hope so. I hope he'll be good. I mean, it's 8 to 10 weeks, but he could be good in 6 weeks. You never know. You know what I mean? Nate Spitz, I mean it as Gronk had a similar problem. Jimmy Graham got the injuries also. Hamid's family says, Cam Newton's name is Mac spelled backwards, Mac Jones. Idrip says, we sweep at the Giants. We better sweep the Giants. Better sweep them. Hamid's family says, I figured that out the other day. Matt Harris says Cam is good. Cam's a good guy. I don't mind him personality-wise. I think he's cool. He's got his moments, his personality, but he's got a good personality. I don't mind him at all. He says Cam will be just fine this year, 15, 17. Brandon Howard says Ohana's Illuminati. Nate Smith says, whoever said 13-4, bro, come on, unless Hurts is truly great, that's impossible. Paul Messi says, Cam has never been the same since injury. His passing should have, in 2016, he can't throw the ball with the zip that he used to. I agree. He hasn't looked the same. I don't know. It could be, I said more of his passing, but Electrician 205 says, how long do you think the starters will play? Probably first quarter to a half. I mean, I'm hoping a half. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, they're going to be rotating some guys here and there, but Paul says shoulder injury on Cam. The truth is, will Kenneth Gainwell get running back rep? The first running back reps? I'm hoping he does. I want to see Kenneth Gainwell with the first team. I don't think we need to see Jordan Howard with the first team at all. I think we need to see Kenneth Gainwell. Brandon Howard said, Nathan, it was a Giants fan saying Giants going to go 13-4. Bucks224 said, Joey, is there an actual chance that Fulgham doesn't make the roster? That's what I'm hoping doesn't happen. Since Hightower has the groin, Fulgham I haven't heard much from camp, especially like maybe 2 days of training camp when training camp started. I haven't heard much. I hope he doesn't. I hope they keep. I hope JJ don't make the roster. If they pick JJ over Fulgham or Hightower, I'm going to be really upset over it. I'm going to be really upset. Richard Larry says that's good for Carry On and the Eagles. Maui said, I hope we see Hurts play tomorrow. Then we see it against the Steelers that we did against the Steelers. We're going to see a lot more. We should be seeing a lot more. So Paul Messi said Carry On Johnson has played one full season in the last 5. That's crazy. That's nuts though. The truth said, well, can Gainwell get running backs? He should. I think that says it twice. Is Fulgham a lock for a roster spot? I don't know. Should, maybe not. I haven't heard much. Lindy Endzone says, Joey, what's up? What's going on, Lindy? How you doing, bro? Rishi Larry said, I have a feeling J. Joe might take a roster spot for so. I'm telling you right now, he better not. He better not. Nate Smith says, Brandon Howard, I think, would be a little slow in the head. Either way, I don't see either team doing that. Brand says, I think Fulgham makes the team simply due to lack of size in our wide receiver room, and that's an issue in the red zone. Yeah, definitely. Lou D says, Hurts had to slide feet first, though. He's fullback. He's going to average 70 yards a game running this season. I think Hurts is going to have maybe 700, 800 yards rushing this year. He might. It might actually happen. But he might not need to do that. If guys are getting open, he shouldn't have to run all the time. So that could be, if it's a low number, it's not a bad thing either. Brandon Howard says it's all good. Nathan, I agree. Ohana says it would be fun watching the Eagles versus Jets. Can't wait to see Zach Wilson play. Even Zach Wilson's has had a really good camp. He's had a fantastic camp. Zach Wilson might be the quarterback for the Jets. I got to say, they might find their guy. Sam Darnold, definitely not. I think Sam Darnold was dealt a really bad deck of cards when he was drafted with this coaching staff he had there. And obviously Joe Douglas is coming into the situation. This is Mike McCagnon, the GM that was fired after they had last year, 2020, where they had the obviously, when they had the draft free agency, they fired their GM right after that, and they overpaid for so many players. I mean, they spent over $123 million on guaranteed money on players, and they didn't do anything with it. Matt says, "Where is Fulgham? Is he all right? Is he safe?" Oh no, I know what that's wrong. I hope he is. I hope he's safe. I think he's fine. Bucks do divorce. If J. Jaw has a better preseason than Fulgham, do you think we could? But J. Jaw's not. Like, he hasn't yet. He was only targeted one time. Fulgham wasn't targeted at all. But Fulgham, JJ like had one rep, but it was like the corner was like so on him. Like that pass was like way in front of him. Like, and he was already covered. Like, there was no way J. Jaw was getting that pass. Kai Saldana says Fulgham is good red zone threat receiver. Hurts is excellent throwing fades. I think Fulgham and Hurts will elite simply because of his size and his hands. I don't know. I don't know how having after a season last year, that he's going to play bad this year. I just don't see it. Fulgham should make the roster. Fulgham should be an automatic roster spot. I think he's going to play well. Maybe they're not saying too much about Fulgham. Made some good passes at training camp. I think he had maybe 2 or 3 good days, but recently, as of now, since joint practices, I'm just saying strictly off joint practice, I haven't heard nothing from Travis Fulgham at all. So, Paul sees Travis Fulgham is playing his way off the roster. He's immature and has been sulky since Rager Quez have picked up their performances. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't think he's mad about it. He doesn't seem like that type of guy that's going to get mad or throw his helmet down and get all mad about it. Brandon Howard said Fulgham is underperforming camp compared to the plays being made by Quez and Rager. I agree. He has. I mean, I haven't heard much since beginning of training camp where he did okay, and then the open practice he actually played pretty good. The first open practice. I think we have the next open practice soon in a few days, but I haven't heard much. Jock said I would keep Huntley over J-Jaw. I would keep Huntley over J-Jaw. That's crazy. Paul says, Fulgham is too entitled to living off 4 or 5 great streak of play last October. I think people are going too far with this now. Like, now people are saying that Fulgham's like, he's getting like butt hurt now because like other receivers are doing better than him. I don't know. But at the same time, guys, we have competition. There's too much competition at receiver, which I don't mind. Nick Sirianni promised us competition. We have competition at linebacker. We have competition at obviously defensive line has a lot of competition. Running back position and wide receiver position. I mean, we have a lot of competition on this team. Yeah. So Rishi Lars says, "Don't you frown? It's the Philly shakedown. What's going on, Rishi?" Legend Killer says, "I'm with you, Joey. The only reason I'm getting it because I skipped out on 16, 19, and 21 for my reason and really want to buy it just for the franchise. And our updated roster really is just an update. It's an updated roster, Gabe. That's it. Like I said, like if people want to see me play it, like I would enjoy it, but I just don't want to pay the $60 for it. That's all. I just don't think it's worth it." Got Christian Bradshaw. What's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day today. James P said, "How can I watch Philly games live? I don't live anywhere near PA." Get Game Pass. Go to NFL Game Pass. Do a 7-day free trial. I just did it. I did it with 2 different accounts. So you got to do it with 2 different emails. So like last week I did it with a different email, a 7-day free trial. Then after the game is over, you cancel it, or a couple days after the game, whenever you want to cancel it. And then obviously go to rank another email, put your information in there again, and just do another 7-day free trial. Brent Howard said, "I don't think Fulgham is flashy, much like Greg Ward, which is why both have had quiet camp and all the noise around." I think Greg Ward has been more noisy, has made a lot more noise than Fulgham has by a landslide. Rich Larson, I hate the Seahawks. They're always I don't like the Seahawks either. Batman is here. It's my brother Geisha, yeah, but don't hear me complaining about it. I have no idea what that means. I just use you haven't said Seahawks. I'm surprised. I was just a Falcon. Yeah, I don't like the Falcons either. You're right. I don't like the Falcons. Seahawks, I know. I guess. Mine is not Gainwell has a similar skill set to DeAndre Swift, potentially a red zone scat back monster. I agree. I think he's a dual. I think Gainwell's a dual threat back that can catch out of the backfield. That could be a receiver. That you can line him up anywhere you want. That's what I think he is. Eagles Clip says, "I believe Kevon Wallace will be everything we want as our next great safety." I really hope so. I really hope he is. Eagles of Land says DirecTV Sunday ticket or live stream it. Exactly. Cassie Saldana says Seattle and Ravens. Their fans are just ew. Philly, says I'm an Eagles fan, but I have them losing week 1. I have Atlanta minus 10 points to win it. Well, really, huh? Really? Carlos Deuce says Dallas. No. He said the question came up as, other than the NFC East, what teams do you do not like? That's why I didn't mention Dallas, obviously. Jay Chucks, I don't like Tampa or Chiefs. Brandon Howard says, yo, Joey, what did you think of Kavan's interview? I actually didn't watch it today. I've been busy all day. I literally got home to do this stream, and, I might look at some content later, but I haven't seen anything. Philly says, I have 1,500 on Atlanta. You bet against your own team first game. Legend says, bro, Cam for 3.5 mil is a steal no matter what. Ami family says, see you tomorrow. Bye, Pat about die. All right, Ohana, I'll see you tomorrow night. We got 200 people in the chat, guys. Appreciate it being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. We cover the Eagles all year long. We're going to do a live-by-live play reaction of the game tomorrow night on this channel. We're going to have a post-game stream and a video tomorrow after the game. And then Saturday, we're going to have the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500 on my channel. So do appreciate you guys coming by, supporting, and doing what you guys normally do. Appreciate everybody that's around. Really do. If you guys haven't, let's try to get the stream to 200 likes. If you guys have not, like the stream up. If you guys haven't, we've been on here an hour and 47 minutes, of hour and 48 minutes now as of right now. So we're going to go for a few more minutes. I don't, these streams before the preseason games, I don't want to make them too long, but that's really impossible. I always say that, and I always do like 2-3 hours of streams. So it's been kind of crazy. So we're going to go for a few more minutes, guys. A few more minutes, and we will be ready to go. Jay says, does it cost money? Because when you do, you go to members, I think you got a wrench. I don't know, but you can give me a wrench if you want. I don't know if I'm not saying that you have, but it's up to you. Well, I used to give wrenches for memberships. I don't do that anymore because people are blocking people, and it's not right. I could find out who's blocked. I just go to my YouTube studio stuff, and I could see everything. That's why I got rid of all the wrenches, and I'm giving them out slowly. So obviously, if I find out if I see anybody on the block list, unless people I block, different story. But there's no blocking allowed unless it's racial, unless it's like it's something really bad. Okay, I don't go too far with it, but Daniel Jones is here. God, that picture is god awful. I mean, that picture is scary. Paul he said, Groningen has had chronic back issues from college days. Comparison to what occurred to Tyree to Jackson. Cat Saldana, Falcons jock play of pieces. Doubt they do much. BX says as long as the Butterfinger Ingram holds onto the ball. Yeah, Ingram is like there's a lot of games for the Giants where Ingram, they were literally a catch away from winning like multiple games, and Ingram has been one of those guys that has been dropping the football. It has not clutched for the Giants, and he's honestly that's a few more wins off. I mean, that's a few more wins off the win column right there from him kind of messing up games. So I agree with that. I just said we're coming to sweep you because the New York organization always finds a way to lose to the Eagles. Marion Johnson, Justin Fields is going to be better than Trevor Lawrence. Mark my words, they just have to get rid of Nagy. Think Nagy's the problem, huh? Brian Howard says, let's remember Daniel breaking that QB run only to fall over himself. Yeah, that was embarrassing. I mean, that was really embarrassing. Philly fan says, what's up with Davion Taylor? I think he's hurt. It's unfortunate, right? Like I haven't seen much, but I think he's been hurt. I think that's been the problem. I just said, could you imagine if he fumbled the ball on that run? Oh, that would have been even worse. Paul says, Doug Peterson, next head coach of the Bears. You heard it here. That's going to be interesting. I mean, he was at their practice. He was at the Colts practice, too. So I think he'll have a job. By next season, he'll have a job. He's definitely going to have a job by next season, taking the year off. Mine is on. Speaking of the Vikings, I was just going to say, all you cool content makers are East Coast. I'm from Minnesota, and the Vikings fans have always been instigates till the beer cans came out. Oh, that was a crazy night. Crazy day. Philium says, I'm taking whoever the Eagles play against. The Eagles will make the money. The Eagles going to go like 5-12 this season. 5 games, bro. That's crazy. Robert says, Joey with the goatee. I've been tuned out the last week on vacays. What I missed aside from Tyree Jackson? Nothing much, really. Just going over the matchups just for this week. Kerryon Johnson is back on the roster on IR. He's not on the roster, but he's on the Eagles IR. He went through waivers and not around. So now Kerryon Johnson is now on the IR. Will not count against the roster. The Eagles can do whatever they want with him. Brad Howard says, nobody remembers that touchdown, Daniel. Just a meme of you tripping over yourself. Ray Meyer says, if J-Jaw and his umbrella are doing anything else but selling hot dogs, I'm going to be upset. True that, bro. Paul said, the more Hurts run, the less effective he will be leading this offense. He needs to extend plays but not necessarily run the ball. No, I think when he has to run it, he will run it if he has to. But I think Nick is going to use his legs on some plays, on some rollouts, and some other things like that. So look out for that. He's going to use his mobility to his advantage, too. Use the strength of Jalen Hurts, which is his legs, but to be more of a pocket passer as well. Be patient in the pocket and do your thing. Philly says, I'll be amazed if the Eagles can get 6 wins this season. I think they can have more than that. That 6 is way too low. That's where I cut the line. Bucks 2-4 said, Joey, I heard Andy Reid is playing his stars. Both of those seasons. Game 3. Do you think Sirianni will do the same? I don't know. As of the Jets game, it's going to be probably a different story. It's probably going to be like might for a couple series, maybe not. They might not play anybody for the Jets game. They might just have second stringers in there. I don't know, some backups in there and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure. Now they have to start getting after that Jets game. Then they have no 4th preseason game. So now they can start getting healthy and getting ready. Legend says, I wanted you if I were to do something, had a vision. It was exactly the same vision, like the name, the Philly Shakedown, which is great, but I guess you could take it out of the logo and name that was my vision. We're actually working on a new logo right now for the Philly Shakedown, as well as we have, as long as we have we have our like little video now. Shout out to Joe Castro for the rap video he made for us. That we thought it was pretty cool. But when it comes down to it, I think we'll have a logo real soon. Rad says, guys, it's practice. Yeah, but football's back and it's exciting. So I'm not going to be like, it's practice. I should like what I'm hearing, but I'm going to be a Debbie Downer the whole time. Philly says, I think Cowboys going to win the division easily. That is coming from an Eagles fan. Well, I respect the opinion. Brandon Howard says, seeing Daniel Jones start QB is the Giants keeping it sunny in Philadelphia. Paul says, Fulgham had practice maturity issues with both Detroit and Green Bay, who need wide receivers while he has on their summer camp rosters. I heard something like that in Detroit, but I don't know if it came to Philly. I'm not sure. Danny says, yo, the NFL is us listed 31st worst receiver core. I can't stand this. I can't. You see, you guys like going on and searching all this stuff. Like, I can't see that. Like, if I see that, it motivates me for this team to get better, definitely. But I can't watch that. That's too much for me to. I can't do it. Philly fan D says, I'm not trying to be a hater, but Jones is horrible. Philly says, doesn't matter who at wide receiver for the Eagles if we don't have any talent on that position. We have no talent at receiver, bro. Come on now. Saying that we have no. All right, look, if you're thinking we're going to lose against the Falcons and win 5 games, great. But I mean, if you think we have no talent at receiver, that's kind of ridiculous. That's kind of ridiculous. I think that's a little ridiculous. Hold on, I'm losing my spot here. Lando 216, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day. Dragonfire says Quez Watkins is the man. He definitely is. Paul sees that Greg Ward is consistent, which we need as the NFL wide receiver and player. The Eagles got to have like one of the top 5 worst wide receiver groups in the NFL. Are you a Philadelphia Eagle fan, or are you just have an Eagles name? Because that is like, I don't know. That's kind of crazy. No offense, but I just said these Giants fans in for a rude awakening. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody is doubting us, man. I'm tired of it. I can't wait till they do. I just can't wait till they do something. AB, there's people saying it's practice, but what would you rather see our players progressing or looking iffy? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have no practice, how are they supposed to get better? How are they supposed to develop? This is the hump we're trying to go at. This is the hump we're trying to get over right now. So, yeah, we're going to see what happens here. Matt said, I can't wait to play Falcons week 1. Let's whoop those Falcons. Yeah, let's go get it. Jock says 22 hours till kickoff. Fly goes fly. Can't wait. Ernest Wild said, we don't need to hear from Fulgham. Let the new talent come in to keep attention off him, and he just does what he did last season. My opinion on him. Yeah, I agree. Let him do it. Let him do what he's got to do. Let him do what he's got to do. Robert says, Philly, that's a bad bet. B-Dog says these Eagles fans are in for a rude awakening when they have a top 6 pick again. I mean, it's not a. I mean, it's. I don't want to lose. I don't like Eagles fans that say, like, we're going to lose. And, like, Eagles just want to lose to get a top pick this year. I think that's ridiculous. Like, why even watch football? You know what I mean? I just don't feel like you're being real to yourself whatsoever. So, opponents I still say Marcus Epps is the opening game safety opposite of Harris. I don't know. Marcus Epps is weird. Like, he does good, he does bad, and, like, I don't know. It's really weird. It's really weird. Richelieu says, imagine Kavon and Anthony Harris in our safety positions. Yeah, that would look nice. If Kavon Wallace could work out, it'd be great. Ludi says, Philly, I'm taking Philly with those odds. David says, wonder who the slot cornerback is going to be. It's either Avonte Maddox or Josiah Scott. I mean, it's probably going to be Avonte Maddox. If it's up to me, it's probably going to be him. And it's really not saying too much. The truth said, what do you think about trading 4th and 3rd round picks for C.J. Mosley? C.J. Mosley got paid a lot of money, and he got hurt so many times with the Jets. I mean, he got paid $52 million guaranteed as a linebacker. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, I think it's ridiculous. That's just me, though. But got a super chat from Morgan Holmes says Quez is a variant that's running from the TVA. I'm pretty sure he is low-key playing football. He's taking these quarters to the multiverse. I love that. By the way, that show is amazing. You ever see that show Loki on Disney Plus? You gotta watch it. But yeah, no, I think Quez is going to change everything that's happening. I think Quez is going to turn this. With the compliment of Devonta Smith and Jalen Reagor, and Quez, I think, just has so much of a good route tree. People are saying he's got track in the football issues. I don't think so. I mean, he's a vertical home run hitter. And it's showing right now, and I think it's going to show even more. Let's see if he gets more tomorrow night. Should be interesting. So we'll see. Lou D says, I don't care if you like him or not. Howie's made some good draft picks. They have some skill when they're healthy. I think Howie Roseman had say in this draft, but I think Nick Sirianni had a lot of say in this draft, and I think, and obviously, our defensive coordinator had a lot of say in this draft as well. So Gannon had a lot to say about some of these picks. So I wouldn't go crazy about it, but I think they have. Idris says Epps has more potential than Nate. I look over that other way, Gary. Robert said Eagles are going to win this division. This coming from someone who was down on them before draft. Yeah, and I was praying that like the draft was going to be our season this year, guys, because honestly, the development and draft was our season this year because we came into free agency with like $3 million under the cap. We had $3 million. We had a very slow strategic free agency. So kind of crazy, but all right, guys, I think I am done for the night. It's been we're at an hour 59 minutes, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. We're gonna be doing a live play-by-play tomorrow night. Gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be doing obviously a post-game stream after the game tomorrow, plus a video, and then obviously Saturday the Philly Shakedown podcast with Philly 500. So it should be a lot of fun. Okay. Guys, like the stream if you guys have it. Try to get the stream to 200 likes. Much appreciated from everybody that's here right now and obviously here that are rewatching the stream later on. But love all you guys. Hope everybody has a great day, great night. Fly, Eagles, fly. Get ready for tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun, guys. Subscribe, like the video, like the stream. Much appreciated from everybody. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. If you just pop in for 10 seconds, great. If not, then hey, it is what it is. There's a lot of people streaming tomorrow, so do appreciate everybody that just comes in and just says hi, whatever. Be around. So, guys, enjoy yourselves. We'll be around tomorrow night. Probably gonna start the stream around 7:25, probably around there, probably around that time. So, should be good. So, all right, guys, I will see you guys later. Guys, remember, Shake Squad up, file slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.